What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories.
7SC. Chapter 151 This Ninja World. After all, it depends on the strength. Advertise here. It's a pity. Why did I just break my hand? Qingshan Ryuyun did not conceal the meaning of his words. Obviously, it is a pity. Why didn't Danzo die in this Ninja World War? The patriarchs of all races on the side looked sideways. Neither side is him, they can afford it. Just watch it at ease. As for what advice to say, as long as they are not brain disabled, there are not many people who dare to offend Qingshan Ryuyun at this time. Humph. Danzo snorted and didn't say anything. As if to maintain the elder attitude all the time. Unfortunately, in the eyes of everyone, Danzo answered like this: I have already conceded, and I dare not say a few words about Qingshan Ryuyun. After all, Qingshan Ryuyun really dares to do it. Cough cough. It's a face to the old man. Today is a happy day, don't talk about these unhappy things. There is no way, as Sarutobi Hiruzen of 3rd Hokage. Just stand up and mediate one sentence. Qingshan Ryuyun shrugged and said that he had no idea about it. Soon, everyone followed Sarutobi Hiruzen and came to the Hokage building. Have nothing to say. Basically some praise. But these compliments, that is to say. There is no actual reward at all, everyone is very happy to hear. Including Qingshan Ryuyun, they all started to get a little boring. I don't know why Sarutobi Hiruzen, an old guy, likes to talk so much. Ah, nothing. Everyone can go back. Sarutobi Hiruzen also saw what these people mean. Did not say anything, after waving his hand, signaled that everyone can leave. Qingshan Ryuyun directly took the lead and stood up, leaving side by side with Tsunade. Hatake Shumo and others on the side naturally stood up too. Just kidding, I wanted to go a long time ago. If it weren't for Sarutobi Hiruzen's face, it would be an adult. Talking for a long time without nutrition. It's as if the victory of this third Ninja World War has half a dime relationship with you. It's just that people with a little brain all thought of a little. That is, from beginning to end, Sarutobi Hiruzen has not said anything about replacing Hokage. Obviously, Sarutobi Hiruzen is still a little greedy for this position of Hokage. Even if you already know that your inferior position has become a certainty. But Sarutobi Hiruzen still believes that one day is a day. Continue to be in front of my Hokage. It's useless. Sarutobi Hiruzen's careful thinking, Danzo also sees it. Danzo, who left at last, stood up and spoke to Sarutobi Hiruzen faintly. If it's someone else, maybe you might estimate the face of your 3rd Hokage. But do you think that the strongest creature would really care that you are the master of Tsunade? Are you the 3rd Hokage? Others may not care, but Qingshan Ryuyun is completely different. In the war, Cloud Shinobi Village, Iwagakure and Kurigakure. The strongest creatures that all fight back to their hometown. But it is not relying on these calculations to perfuse the past. Ahem. What are you talking about? I don't understand. The mind is seen. Sarutobi Hiruzen is not embarrassing, but pretending to be puzzled and said. Call. In response, Danzo just flipped through Byakugan. I was too lazy to talk to Sarutobi Hiruzen, turned around and left with him. Quote comma comma closing parenthesis. I have been waiting in the office, when only Sarutobi Hiruzen is left alone. Sarutobi Hiruzen put away that hypocritical smile. Looking at the desk in front of me, quietly. Hokage of the old man. It seems that if you can, Sarutobi Hiruzen really doesn't want to give way. However, here are some things. It's not that Sarutobi Hiruzen said that I don't want to, it's okay. Greater than. That old guy, don't you want to abdicate? On the way home, Tsunade took Qingshan Ryuyun's arm. Thinking back to the situation in the office, I couldn't help but say. Tsunade is not stupid, how can it not be seen? Sarutobi Hiruzen obviously doesn't want to talk about abdication. Konoha is not yet Sarutobi Hiruzen's word for words. Look for flowers 0. Qingshan Ryuyun faintly recovered. The careful thought of Sarutobi Hiruzen, Qingshan Ryuyun also saw it. But is there any use? In the Ninja World War, this old Sarutobi was beaten so badly by Kurigakure. Even if the benevolent Hokage can't set it down, the ninja in the village. Few really worship him anymore. Just kidding, this is the Shinobi world, okay. The strength of the ninja world. By virtue of hypocrisy, you say a few words that don't require money. Maybe someone will identify with you. But if you don't show the strength that matches your identity. Even if you have a perfect score in the world, there will not be a few people who truly recognize you. Just like Qingshan Ryuyun now. Scold the villagers. Beat the villagers. Qingshan Ryuyun has really done such things. But now, Qingshan Ryuyun is in this ninja world war. Demonstrating true strength above the ninja world. So even if Qingshan Ryuyun did these things, no one dared to say more. It is even said that the villagers will worship Qingshan Ryuyun as a god. Nothing else, just because of Qingshan Ryuyun's strength. Well, that is my master after all. Seeing his own man's contempt for Sarutobi Hiruzen, Tsunade shrugged and couldn't help but say. Regarding this, Qingshan Ryuyun did not answer. I have long forgotten, in this ninja world. Nothing. After you become Hokage, you will know. Watched by Qingshan Ryuyun with such a surprised look. Sometimes, ninja world is so pure. How can it always feel like being treated as a fool? People like Sarutobi Hiruzen have been in high positions for a long time. Strong enough. 8. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Strength is the standard that really determines everything. Otherwise, it would be impossible to speak for Sarutobi Hiruzen. Just looked at Tsunade with weird eyes for a while. What's wrong? Tsunade's face was uncomfortable. Now Tsunade, what he knows is still great after all. Chapter 152. Don't you have any insight? Advertise here. After Tsunade becomes Hokage, many secrets of Konoha, Tsunade can be seen. I don't know when Tsunade knew the true circumstances of the demise of the Senju clan. Will it be like now? So respect for Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sister. Brother-in-law. During the conversation, Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade have returned to their previous residences. Senju Naoki has been waiting for a long time. Great, you guys are finally back. Although I can't go to the battlefield. During the Ninja World War, Naoki was always worried about the safety of Tsunade and Qingshan Ryuyun. Shout. You have no conscience, why don't you meet us when you were at Konoha Gate before seeing you? When I saw so many years later, my brother still looked like this silly. Tsunade directly by Akugane, 967, translation. Angrily said something. I want to go. Hearing this, Naoki was right, full of grievances. But there are too many people there, I can't get ahead at all. The Ninja World War is over. Almost all the villagers of Konoha. All were greeted at the gate of the village. Let alone Naoki, many people can't get to the front. Call. Although understandable, Tsunade gave Naoki an angry look. Brother-in-law. No way, Tsunade can only look in the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun. As for Konoha, only Qingshan Ryuyun can control Tsunade. Don't look at your brother-in-law, what can you tell me? Tsunade slapped Naoki's head directly. It's just right, let my old lady see if your strength has improved in the past few years. Although Tsunade has agreed, Naoki has become a Chunin teacher at school with peace of mind. But Naoki is a member of her Senju clan after all. The strength that should be possessed is still necessary. I scratched the place where I was hit by Tsunade. Naoki was a little stunned. I have to say that this situation reminds Naoki again, the shadow of being beaten casually by Tsunade. Sure enough, even with a brother-in-law, the temper of my own sister. It hasn't changed a bit. Are you scolding me in your heart? Tsunade suddenly looked at Naoki suspiciously. Sure enough, they are a pair of brothers and sisters, they have the same heart. No. Naoki, who reacted, shook his head decisively. Just kidding, if you nod your head, you will definitely be beaten to death. Shout. You don't have the guts to measure. You know I don't have the guts. Naoki said he was speechless. Obviously today is a happy day. Why do you say such things? Isn't it good for everyone to get together and be happy? Tsunade didn't care about Naoki's thoughts, and yelled about to stand up. Walk around. Find a training ground, and I will test your strength. While talking, Tsunade also moved his wrist. Looking at the posture, it does not seem to test Naoki's strength at all. Instead, he planned to beat Naoki well. Such a Tsunade, Naoki's eyelids jumped. The psychological shadow is about to come out. I still have something to do, I'm leaving now. After leaving a word quickly, Naoki ran out of the house without saying a word. Call. Seeing Naoki running away, Tsunade didn't think much. I really don't know anything. Tsunade discovered that his younger brother really has no vision at all. Didn't you see that my old lady just wants to be with Ryuyun now, you are still here as a light bulb. Maybe Naoki couldn't think of it, his sister was actually because of this. That's why I have to beat myself. So love will disappear, right? Well, I think Naoki is scared by you. Seeing such a Tsunade, Qingshan Ryuyun on the side couldn't help but laugh. Just now Naoki was like that, cold sweat was about to come out. Obviously I was scared, what does it matter? In response, Tsunade waved his hand indifferently. He's been here since he was a child, and he is alive and well. Tsunade's only requirement for Naoki is to live well. As for whether there will be any sharpening in the middle, then Tsunade doesn't care at all. Fortunately, Naoki didn't hear this. Otherwise, when I heard my sister, the request of myself is actually like this. As a younger brother, Naoki will definitely be moved to death. Okay, now the light bulbs are gone. While speaking, Tsunade came to Qingshan Ryuyun's side. You don't want to say or do something. While talking, Tsunade also blinked at Qingshan Ryuyun Nguyen. The meaning of it is already self-evident. Qingshan Ryuyun did not speak, just looked at Tsunade and grinned. Afterwards, I won't say what happened. However, Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade stayed at home for the next 3 days. Didn't even leave the door. Speaking of which, what's the matter with your diagonal? In 3 days, Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade were relieved in their hearts. At this time, Tsunade noticed. On Qingshan Ryuyun's head, a pair of dragon horns appeared. It is similar to the dragon horn of Kaido. It can be regarded as the characteristic of blood succession boundary, it can be taken back. This pair of dragon horns can be taken back with Qingshan Ryuyun's heart. That's not necessary. Hearing that he could take it back, Tsunade shook his head decisively. 0.8 inches. I'm just curious, I don't need to take it back, after all, this is super handsome. Qingshan Ryuyun, who was originally Haki, plus this pair of dragon horns. Even standing among a bunch of people is the most conspicuous. Looking at Qingshan Ryuyun like this, Tsunade's eyes are full of pride. Sure enough, this is the man I like in Tsunade, he is different. Why? Thinking about it again. In response to Tsunade's eyes, Qingshan Ryuyun laughed. Do not. Even with such a thing, Tsunade himself is very happy. But when I think about what happened in the past few days, Tsunade feels a little weak. You are really a monster. It's clear that the physique of the Senju clan is the only one who can stand alone in the world of ninja. Chapter 153 Kushina's careful thinking. Advertise here. The blood of the Senju clan. In terms of physique and vitality, they are far beyond ordinary people. But even so, Tsunade feels. I am not Qingshan Ryuyun's opponent at all. Ha 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 ha. This little bit of resentment made Qingshan Ryuyun laugh directly. The name of such a monster is not a derogatory term at all. Sister Tsunade, Ryuyun. With the end of the war, Uzumaki Kushina, the little girl, also came to Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade. Although it was Tsunade. But Kushina's gaze has been locked on Qingshan Ryuyun. Back then, Qingshan Ryuyun saved his own affairs from the hands of the ninja in Cloud Shinobi village. Kushina feels that she will never forget it for the rest of her life. How many times have you said it? I want to call my brother-in-law. I clearly called Tsunade my sister, but when it was my turn, I called Ryuyun directly. Oh don't. Kushina shook her head decisively. Kushina didn't want Qingshan Ryuyun to be her brother-in-law. 19. The little girl's mind, whether it was Qingshan Ryuyun or Tsunade, didn't see anything. Speaking of which, you have to become a ninja too. Qingshan Ryuyun realized that in these years, Kushina has also become an official ninja from a student. Of course. Kushina nodded confidently. Standing in front of Qingshan Ryuyun, the little face said confidently. From now on, I will definitely become a ninja like Tsunade's sister. To be honest, in the ninja world, it's really good to be able to grow into a female ninja like Tsunade. So, many female ninjas in Konoha regard Tsunade as an object of worship. Come on. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't say anything. On the contrary, Tsunade patted Mei Shinai on the shoulder with admiration. After all, he is the last descendant in his elder family. Nine-Tails Jinchuriki again, so Tsunade still takes good care of Kushina. You are Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, your future achievements will definitely not be lower than mine. Tsunade has seen it, completely harnessing the strength of Nine-Tails. After all, the Uzumaki Mito back then can fully use the power of Nine-Tails. Unlike the future son of destiny Uzumaki Naruto. Uzumaki Naruto is spiritually connected with Nine-Tails, so it can use the power of Nine-Tails perfectly. But Uzumaki Mito back then, relying on the powerful strength, directly used the power of Nine-Tails. It can be seen that. How powerful was Uzumaki Mito back then? Tsunade also has such confidence in the current whirlpool Kushina. Tsunade's recognition made Kushina nod happily. While speaking, he raised his brows in the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun. That posture seems to be telling Qingshan Ryuyun. Look, Sister Tsunade recognizes my strength. That's amazing. Shrugging, Qingshan Ryuyun said indifferently. This perfunctory attitude makes Kushina very unhappy. But no way, if the other party is Qingshan Ryuyun, Kushina doesn't know what to say. In the future, I will definitely grow to the point where it makes your eyes shine. If you like someone, you want to show your good side in front of the other person. Want to attract the attention of the other party. What Kushina is doing now is this kind of thing. It's just that Kushina, obviously, has never been in a relationship before, so she seems very clumsy about such things. No, after I go back, I ask Makoto how to make a man pay attention to himself. Kushina made up her mind. After I am ready to wait for my return, I will ask my good sisters. I have to say, one is Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, and the other is the daughter of the elder of the Uchiha clan. These two people actually became good sisters. It's really incredible. Right, Tsunade's sister, I have questions in the future, can I ask you? Kushina is not stupid, knowing that if you want to become strong, you must have a good teacher. And Tsunade is the best choice. Of course there is no problem, I can come to me if I have time in the future. I thought it was the problem. I didn't expect it to be like this. Tsunade nodded decisively. It means there is no problem at all. Very good. Kushina's face was full of joy. Seeing this, Qingshan Ryuyun couldn't help but gave a blow with a smile. Be happy. It won't be long, your sister Tsunade, there will be no more time. Not only Kushina was surprised, but even Tsunade herself was a little surprised. You are silly. Facing Tsunade's puzzled gaze, Qingshan Ryuyun couldn't help but flip through Byakugan. You won't forget, it won't be long before you will become 4th Hokage. Yes. After being said that, Tsunade remembered that he could be the next Hokage. It's just that I've been with Qingshan Ryuyun recently. Tsunade 967 has forgotten other things. Sister Tsunade is going to be Hokage. Kushina's face was full of surprises, but she didn't expect that the next Hokage would be Tsunade. But Kushina didn't think there was anything surprising. After all, with Tsunade's strength and achievements, coupled with Qingshan Ryuyun's help, isn't it a simple matter to become a Hokage? Kushina thought. After Tsunade became Hokage, is there a lot of things? At that time, Qingshan Ryuyun's side will be empty, don't you have a chance? Thought of here, Kushina's eyes began to sparkle with strange light. Tsunade doesn't know Kushina's heart, so, I thought it was joy to be a Hokage. So Tsunade just smiled slightly. As long as you work hard, you can become Hokage. But speaking of it, having said that, Tsunade was slightly stunned. Why old man Sarutobi has never promoted this thing in the village these days? The new upper rank of Hokage, this must be spread to the whole village. Like Sarutobi Hiruzen, there is no movement at all. It is indeed abnormal. Chapter 154 Kushina is angry. Advertise here. Ah, such a question made Qingshan Ryuyun laugh directly. What's wrong? Qingshan Ryuyun's chuckle made Tsunade a little confused. Without thinking about it, Qingshan Ryuyun said directly. What else can it be because of that old guy, who doesn't want to abdicate at all? Others don't know, but can Qingshan Ryuyun still know? Sarutobi Hiruzen, the old guy, may want to be Hokage and die. Hokage-sama is such a person. Kushina is very confused. After all, Sarutobi Hiruzen has always walked in Konoha in a benevolent image. Some people with unknown circumstances may really put Sarutobi Hiruzen. Think of it as an amiable Hokage. It's just that, although she doubts in her heart, Kushina still believes that Qingshan Ryuyun will not deceive herself. If Mr. Sarutobi has been reluctant to abdicate, then there is nothing we can do. Tsunade frowned and said, if Sarutobi Hiruzen really saves this face. I have been reluctant to talk about replacing Hokage. At that time and a half, Sarutobi Hiruzen was really able to sit securely in the position of Hokage. Don't worry. Facing Tsunade's gaze, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled and waved his hands, with a face full of carelessness. Just kidding. When he realized this, Qingshan Ryuyun had already thought of a way out for Sarutobi Hiruzen. Joke. This position of Hokage, is it that you don't want to retreat? Don't retreat. Don't worry, I will let that old guy be in a stable position. Greater than. Now that Qingshan Ryuyun has made arrangements, Tsunade won't say anything more. Anyway, when will it be handed over to Qingshan Ryuyun? Nice to have you. Tsunade felt that the most correct decision he made in his life was that he chose Qingshan Ryuyun at the beginning. Ha 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 ha. Qingshan Ryuyun cooperated and laughed. Kushina on the side, watching this step with envious eyes. If it can, Kushina hopes that it's just me who is next to Qingshan Ryuyun at this time. No, after I go back, I must ask Makoto for advice. Makoto people are so good, there must be a way. Makoto. Sure enough, after Kushina left Qingshan Ryuyun's home. I just came over to find Uchiha Makoto. You said, how can I make a man like you? Anyway, they are all good sisters. In front of Makoto, Kushina does not need to hide any careful thoughts. Just tell what you want to know. Makoto was a little dumb. I was sitting in a daze in the yard at home. Suddenly I was found by Kushina, which is nothing. But this problem of Kushina confuses Makoto. Why do you think I know such an answer? Makoto thinks that he has no boyfriend either. How can I know such a problem? Because you are Makoto. In response to this, Kushina responded very seriously. You are so good, you must know it. Okay, more dumb. Feel sorry. I shrugged helplessly, the other party is my own good sister, although I don't know why I asked. But Makoto still apologized. After all this question, Makoto really doesn't know how to say. Don't even you know. Kushina feels more distressed. Alas, my old lady just likes a person, why is it so difficult? Makoto on the side, seeing the distressed look of my good sister Kushina. Instead, he smiled softly. In Makoto's opinion, Kushina can have a person who really likes, which is already very good. I don't want to be myself, I can't control anything. Thinking of the fate that the family arranged for herself, Makoto lowered her eyebrows slightly. Makoto, what's wrong with you? Kushina is not stupid. After reacting, she noticed the low look of her good sister. Nothing. Smiled softly. It's not without reason that Makoto and Kushina can become good friends. Different from the arrogant attitude of other Uchiha clan. Makoto is like a perfect wife. The way of being in the world is very gentle. Sinai, I'm getting married. Kushina was stunned when he said that. Makoto is getting married. My sister is getting married. That's pretty good. Who is the other party, do I know? Okay, you are going to get married quietly, even I have been kept away. Good sisters are getting married, of course Kushina is happy. However, facing a problem like Kushina, Makoto shook his head slightly. I have no idea, I do not know what that means. I don't know who that man is, it was a wedding arranged by the family. To be honest, until now, Makoto still has a sense of loss. After the war, it was originally a time for everyone to be happy together. But in the morning, Makoto received an order from the family to marry herself. Marriage. Makoto is not stupid. Why do they arrange your wedding? No, they will settle the account. They dare to bully my good sister of Kushina. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. After all, Kushina really has the courage to read. It's just that I have been thinking about Qingshan Ryuyun before. What? Worried that my good sister will have an accident. This is not a joke. Makoto hurriedly stopped. Kushina didn't notice this. Until now, Makoto still doesn't know who the other party is. And it's just married out, the kind that doesn't even have a wedding. Now that I noticed, Kushina is going to run away immediately. While talking, Kushina was directly ready to find the Uchiha people to settle accounts. What are you waiting for? After the old lady picks them up, they will learn to behave. Nua Wang Zhao, hearing this, Kushina stood up directly. Such things are not uncommon in large families. At this time, Kushina finally knows why her good sister has always been full of sorrow. And many more. Chapter 155 Want to procrastinate. Dreaming. Advertise here. Sina, don't be impulsive. Makoto hurriedly stopped. Marry someone who has never seen his face, and doesn't even know his name. Is Makoto really willing? The answer is of course no. But, this proposal, even my father agreed. Makoto knows how much his father cares about himself. But even if this is the case, I still agree to the decision of Makoto's marriage. Makoto is not stupid, knows what it means. It means that the target of this marriage is very powerful. So powerful that even the Uchiha clan has to choose to surrender. Sina, I'm fine. Even at this time, Makoto's smile still looks so gentle. Kushina is a little irritable. If she didn't come here today, she might not know the news yet. By the way, we can go to Ryuyun. Master Ryuyun. Qingshan Ryuyun's name made Makoto a little stunned. Yes, Kushina was overjoyed, I hadn't thought of it before. But now, when I thought of the existence of Qingshan Ryuyun, Kushina immediately stopped panic. 970. Only Ryuyun is willing to help you, then there will be absolutely no problem. In Kushina's view, as long as Qingshan Ryuyun is willing to help the Uchiha clan, I dare not object at all. But, can Lord Ryuyun agree? Makoto also rekindled some hope. Qingshan Ryuyun's name of the strongest creature, Uchiha Makoto has still heard of it. The current Qingshan Ryuyun has faintly the momentum of the number one strong in the ninja world. But Makoto still hesitated. After all, I don't know Qingshan Ryuyun, so why should people help me? Oh, don't worry. Speaking of this, Kushina was completely relieved. Brother Ryuyun is very good, if I know about you, I will definitely help you. In the entire ninja world, it can be said that Qingshan Ryuyun is very good, and it is estimated that there are not many. In the eyes of Qingshan Ryuyun's past opponents, Qingshan Ryuyun is simply a demon. As that's so, Makoto nodded with regret. Unlike Kushina, BJAI, Makoto just heard about it, but has never seen Qingshan Ryuyun. If this is the case, then I really want to see Master Ryuyun. I don't know why, looking at my good sister, this looks forward to. Kushina was a little surprised. Why do you suddenly feel the feeling of drawing a wolf into the room? Kushina shook her head quickly and dispelled the extra thoughts in her heart. Don't worry, after a while, I will take you to Ryuyun. Kushina also knows. Recently, Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade have been busy with the new Hokage. Kushina is still very sensible and has no choice at this time to disturb Qingshan Ryuyun. Makoto didn't think much, nodded seriously. I feel the heaviness on my shoulders has disappeared a lot. Makoto's whole, also relaxed. Then now you can talk about what it takes to make a man like me. Greater than. Looking at the enthusiastic Kushina, Makoto couldn't help but smile bitterly. Sorry, I haven't been in love since I came out. Although I really want to help Kushina. But there is no way, Makoto itself has never experienced such a thing, how can this help? So annoying. Kushina became irritable again. In the next few days, the village was peaceful. In the eyes of all the villagers, Konoha at this time is despised, joyous, and peaceful. But only some big families who know the situation. I understand that this calm is just the calm before the storm. On this day, in the meeting room of the Hokage building, the patriarchs of Konoha's major families, Hitaki Sakumo, Konoha Sanin, Qingshan Ryuyun. There is also Konoha's F4, which has already arrived. Sarutobi Hiruzen sits on the main seat as always. Peaceful face, no other thoughts can be seen. Hiyashi, Fugaku, you organized this meeting, let's talk about the situation. Sarutobi Hiruzen cleared his throat and looked in the direction of Hyuga Hiyashi and Uchiha Fugaku. Hyuga Hiyashi and Uchiha Fugaku at this time has been called the Hyuga clan and the patriarch of the Uchiha clan. The memories of the two blood following the family organizing together. Even Sarutobi Hiruzen, this Hokage, has to give some face. Master Hokage. Hiyashi glanced at Sarutobi Hiruzen faintly, without hesitation, he said directly. I think, since this third ninja world war has passed, it is time for Konoha to choose a new Hokage. Greater than, although this situation has long been expected. But when it really happened, Sarutobi Hiruzen's heart was still somewhat turbulent. Utatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura on the side, as elders. At this moment, it is completely irrelevant to yourself. I don't want to mix things like this at all. Anyway, as long as they don't threaten their position as elders, no matter who the new Hokage is. Neither Utatane Kaharu nor Mitokado Homura would care. As for Shimura Danzo, he was calm, sitting in the position, saying nothing. No matter how long Sarutobi Hiruzen drags on, should abdicate, still have to abdicate. In this ninja world war, the old man, as Hokage, has a lot of four animals. This is the old man's mistake. I am here. Stood up, just about to apologize. No matter what time it is, Sarutobi Hiruzen's acting skills are all proficient. People can't see the slightest contradiction. Quote, comma. Okay, what to do with so many words, just abdicate honestly. But this time, someone interrupted loudly. This speaker is the current patriarch of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Fugaku. Sarutobi Hiruzen squinted slightly and looked at Uchiha Fugaku. The meaning of threat is self-evident. Sure enough, the Uchiha clan are all evil clan and need to be eliminated. Chapter 156 Ninja's Position. Advertise here. It's just that for Sarutobi Hiruzen's threatening look, Uchiha Fugaku seems to have not seen it. Didn't care at all. Instead, he looked in the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun. Good. Regarding this, Qingshan Ryuyun nodded in satisfaction. Everyone can see that Uchiha Fugaku's behavior is not brainless. But to show loyalty to Qingshan Ryuyun, this is determined to put the entire Uchiha clan on the camp of Qingshan Ryuyun. Although Qingshan Ryuyun itself does not have the idea of collecting younger brothers. But since everyone else has brought it to the door, what should I refuse? Hyuga Hiyashi on the side is also very insightful. Then I stood up. On behalf of the Hyuga clan, I also feel that third Hokage needs to abdicate. My Ino Shika Cho tribe also agree. The Aburame clan seconded. The dog family agrees. There are few fools who can sit here. Everyone can see that the current Qingshan Ryuyun's prestige has far surpassed Sarutobi Hiruzen. At this time, opposing Qingshan Ryuyun, it is obvious that there is a problem with the brain. The most terrible thing is Qingshan Ryuyun's strength at the pinnacle of the ninja world. As long as they are not stupid, no one will dare to disobey Qingshan Ryuyun's will. Even if you have made a plan to abdicate. But now that all the ninjas in Konoha agree with this proposal, Sarutobi Hiruzen still feels a little lost. I have worked hard for most of my life. That's how it was surpassed by Qingshan Ryuyun. Then you think, who is better to make the new Hokage? With that said, Sarutobi Hiruzen does not give others a chance to speak. Ask and answer in general. I think Jiraiya is better in this position. Sarutobi Hiruzen deliberately wants to be sick Qingshan Ryuyun. Hey, me, I can't, I don't want to be a Hokage. Suddenly being named, Jiraiya was taken aback first. Then immediately shook his head. Of course Jiraiya knows what kind of person he is. Let yourself make this Hokage. Let's forget it. Quote, quote. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Jiraiya speechlessly. Of course the old man also knows that you are not suitable for being a Hokage, but isn't this no one? Moreover, you dislike the position of Hokage so much, is it really good? After giving Jiraiya an angry look, Sarutobi Hiruzen was too lazy to pay attention, and continued to look in the direction of Orochimaru. That Orochimaru you. Before Sarutobi Hiruzen could say something, Orochimaru chuckled and said. Sorry, Mr. Sarutobi, I have found a goal I want to pursue even more. If it was before, Orochimaru still has some thoughts about the position of Hokage. But after understanding the fragility of ordinary ninjas, Orochimaru's most fundamental idea now is to pursue the so-called immortality technique. Can Hokage be more important than immortality? Impossible. Quote. What else can Sarutobi Nishin say? I don't understand, it seems like this place of Hokage is something bad. Why are you one or two, you all refused? Is it because I really don't want to be Hokage, or because I am afraid of Qingshan Ryuyun's relationship? This Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't know. Originally, Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to mention the name of Namikaze Minato. But considering Namikaze Minato's current reputation, although it has not yet reached the point where everyone shouts and beats. But if you want to become the new Hokage, forget it. This. Sarutobi Hiruzen was surprised to find that he seemed to be by his side, as if no one was there. What's the situation? It's too embarrassing to do it by Hokage. Qingshan Ryuyun no longer intends to grind down. He directly raised his hand and knocked twice on the table. The people in the meeting room all looked in the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun. I don't know, I thought Qingshan Ryuyun at this time was already Hokage. Enough. Extra bullshit. Lousy has no interest in listening. Quote, closing parenthesis. This is obviously to Sarutobi Hiruzen. But the most important thing is that I have some dissatisfaction in my heart, but on the surface. Flowers 0. Sarutobi Hiruzen did not dare to have any opinions. Ignoring Sarutobi Hiruzen's ugly face, Qingshan Ryuyun looked around a circle of people. Speak directly. Lousy feels that Senju Tsunade is most qualified to be the fourth Hokage. Who is for and who is against? The way Qingshan Ryuyun speaks is always so direct. Unlike Sarutobi Hiruzen, which is winding around. To say a word, it takes a long time to grind, and it is uncomfortable to listen to it. When talking with Sarutobi Hiruzen before, everyone was silent and different. As soon as Qingshan Ryuyun's voice fell, the people around him all agreed. On behalf of the Hyuga family, I agree with Senju Tsunade becoming the fourth Hokage. On behalf of the Uchiha clan, I agree with this. Uchiha Fugaku and Hyuga Hiyashi were the first to express their positions. Sarutobi Hiruzen I saw was a little bit controversial. Is it really good for you Uchiha Fugaku to make such a decision? Can you forget that your Uchiha and Senju clan are feuds? But in this case, Sarutobi Hiruzen dared to think about it in his heart. What they support is not Senju Tsunade, but Qingshan Ryuyun next to Senju Tsunade. After all, everyone understands. After all, the previous Ino Shikacho tribe, but the faithful Hokage faction. Sarutobi Hiruzen couldn't help but looked in the direction of Nara Shikahisa. The remaining second-rate small families, even if they have opinions, have no effect. I agree with the Nara clan. Nara Luju raised a hand first and said. Basically, as long as the Nara clan makes a decision, the Yamanaka clan and Akamaiki clan will follow. Among the Ino Shikacho tribes, the Nara clan has always been the head. The same goes for the Akamaiki clan. 1. Ignoring Sarutobi Hiruzen's gaze. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. What's more, they dare not offend Qingshan Ryuyun at this time. 8. But in fact, the Ino Shikacho tribe are indeed the faithful Hokage faction, but they are not the Sarutobi Hiruzen faction. My Yamanaka clan too. Yamanaka Keiichi and Akamaiki Dingza on the side raised their hands and said, Chapter 157 It's a waste. Advertise here. It seems that the answer is obvious. Seeing the approval of the ninja from the left and right, Qingshan Ryuyun chuckled lightly. I looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen who was sitting on the top. Master Sarutobi, what do you think? Greater than. It's all like this, what can the old man think? If it's not clear, it is absolutely impossible for you to be Qingshan Ryuyun's opponent. It is estimated that Sarutobi Hiruzen will want to directly deal with Qingshan Ryuyun, right? 2 Bully. Ahem. You guys make the decision. What else can I say? Even if I have an opinion, it won't work anymore. After reporting with the daimyo, let's hold the succession ceremony of the new Hokage. Sarutobi Hiruzen said weakly. Faced with the speeches of all the families, even if Sarutobi Hiruzen has the intention of 970 zeros, and wants to delay time. That doesn't work anymore. What? However, Sarutobi Nissan's words made Qingshan Ryuyun a little surprised. We Konoha selected the new Hokage, what does it have to do with the daimyo, and we still need their approval? This time, Qingshan Ryuyun was really puzzled. After Sarutobi Hiruzen froze for a while, it seemed to be taken for granted. Is there any problem with this? Perhaps, in Sarutobi Hiruzen's view. They Konoha obeyed the orders of the Daming Mansion, it seems there is no problem. Call. Seeing such Sarutobi Hiruzen, Qingshan Ryuyun was full of disdain. It's because of incompetent people like you that Konoha weakened to the way it is now. Quote closing parenthesis. Sarutobi Hiruzen is really dumb. Obviously, I didn't expect that Qingshan Ryuyun would dare to speak of himself in front of so many people. I really don't save myself a bit of face. When Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobarama were still alive, Daming Palace was a decoration. How come it's your turn to change? Isn't it all because of your trash? Qingshan Ryuyun's words, Sarutobi Hiruzen cannot refute. Because this is the truth. When Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobarama were still alive, the daimyofu didn't even dare to put farts. It even said that Senju Tobarama has done things like direct threats to the Daming house. But that is Senju Tobarama. Sarutobi Day has no such guts. Greater than. The dumb Sarutobi Hiruzen, don't know what to say. Okay, waste stuff. Waved his hand, Qingshan Ryuyun, who was disgusted, said that he didn't want to pay attention to Sarutobi Hiruzen at all. Lousy will go find a big name, but it's not to bow down. Qingshan Ryuyun feels that it is indeed necessary for him to meet the great name of this country of fire. But instead of letting the other party agree to Senju Tsunade becoming the fourth Hokage. After all, Qingshan Ryuyun is a figure thing, never needs anyone's grant. Qingshan Ryuyun is going to let the name of the country of fire understand. The current Konoha has changed owners. If you still dare to think like before, yell 5 and 6 to Konoha. Qingshan Ryuyun feels that it is necessary for him to help Daming Mansion and change his name again. This, although Qingshan Ryuyun didn't say it clearly. But in the posture that is not afraid of fear on this day, Sarutobi Hiruzen can still see a little bit of meaning. Taking Sarutobi Hiruzen as the mean. Naturally it is impossible to accept such a thing. However, Qingshan Ryuyun and Sarutobi Hiruzen, who watched Haki Lingren, didn't say anything in the end. Qingshan Ryuyun dared to do it because Qingshan Ryuyun has enough strength for his own strength. Sarutobi Hiruzen dare not, it's really because Sarutobi Hiruzen is too old to touch. Konoha's future is up to you. At this moment, Sarutobi Hiruzen discovered that compared to his mediocre self. Maybe if Konoha is handed over to Qingshan Ryuyun and Senju Tsunade. It is more appropriate, of course, to say so. But if there is a chance, I believe that Sarutobi Hiruzen will re-elect the position of Hokage without hesitation. Okay. In that case, this meeting is over. While speaking, Qingshan Ryuyun waved his hand impatiently. Leaving with Tsunade. Unexpectedly, the dignified Konoha would actually obey the orders of the Daming Mansion. When it comes to this, Qingshan Ryuyun is very irritable. Qingshan Ryuyun left. The patriarchs of all races, look at me. After I look at you, naturally they also left with them. Originally, what else did Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura want to say? But looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen as if he was 10 years old. Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura sighed slightly, then got up in silence and left. After all, they are former companions, and there are still some feelings between each other. Of course, there is emotion without threatening self-interest. If you threaten your own interests, who cares about you? Humph. I asked you to deal with Qingshan Ryuyun a long time ago, now take it back. Danzo is the only one who can say this now. Is it still useful to say it now? Regret. Sarutobi Hiruzen may feel like this. It is true that no one would have thought that Qingshan Ryuyun could grow to such a height. The current Sarutobi Hiruzen, even if he wants to deal with Qingshan Ryuyun, he has no ability. But Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't care. My friend, you are really not suitable for Hokage. So stupid. Do not know why. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Danzo just gave a faint explanation and walked out of the meeting room without saying more. Humph. On the contrary, I am looking forward to the conflict between Danzo and Qingshan Ryuyun. As long as Hokage is his own, that is the greatest benefit of Konoha. Maybe, in Danzo's view. Well, a self-confident person like Danzo will always have such delusions. Seeing Danzo like this, Sarutobi Hiruzen always has some bad feelings in his heart. What are you going to do? Where is the confidence that makes you say such things? With a cold snort, Danzo stood up directly from his position, too lazy to talk to Sarutobi Hiruzen. Looking at the back of Danzo leaving, Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't know what to say. Old Man 0.8 will use his own way to protect Konoha. Chapter 158 Makoto must be very moved. Advertise here. Sister, after a while, you will be fourth Hokage. Qingshan Ryuyun's home. Senju Nawaki looked at Senju Tsunade with bright eyes. Of course. The tone is a little proud. After all, because of Senju Nawaki's death, he did not suffer from panesthemia. So the current Tsunade still has a lot of ideas about the position of Hokage. After all, first Hokage and second Hokage are both the elders of Tsunade. This can be regarded as a kind of inheritance. Great, the position of Hokage, after all, belongs to my Senju clan. Although Senju Nawaki already knew that he had no idea to become a strong man. But the position of Hokage can return to the hands of the Senju clan. Nawaki is still quite happy. Shout. There is a fart relationship with you. If the Senju clan is handed over to you, then it will be useless. Tsunade glared at Nawaki angrily. Before, Tsunade had great confidence in Nawaki. I believe that the other party is the key to the rise of the Senju family. But now it seems that it is purely that I think too much. 19. Hey. Scratching his head, Nawaki giggled happily and didn't continue to say this. Fortunately, Tsunade just talked about it, and didn't get too entangled in this issue. Fourth Hokage is your sister, so when you and brother-in-law have a baby, then it must be the future fifth Hokage. Nawaki has almost imagined Konoha's future. Somewhat surprised. After all, Tsunade has never thought about this problem. After hearing Nawaki's words, Tsunade couldn't help turning his head and looking at Qingshan Ryuyun. Our children. Tsunade has never thought that between himself and Qingshan Ryuyun, there will be children. I didn't have time to think about this before. But now, as reminded by Nawaki, Tsunade couldn't help but imagine that between himself and Qingshan Ryuyun, when he had a child, it will be very warm, right? Tsunade's gaze, Qingshan Ryuyun also noticed. This means, Qingshan Ryuyun is not stupid, how could he not understand? Smiled and looked at Tsunade. What, don't you want to give me a baby? Of course not. Tsunade shook his head decisively. That's right, now that the war is over, the next is the era of peace. It's time to think about my life. I'm just thinking about what our children will be like. Tsunade doesn't know if he can be a good mother. For a while, the atmosphere in the yard became much warmer. Nawaki didn't expect it. Because of a word of my own, I actually ate dog food. But looking at her old sister and Qingshan Ryuyun caring for each other like this, Nawaki's heart is still very blessed. After all, Nawaki has always felt before. Just like my own old sister, I must be lonely and die of old age. Of course, Nawaki must not dare to say these words directly. Nawaki has no doubt, if Tsunade knew what he thought. I will definitely catch myself to death. At this moment, the figure of Uzumaki Kushina ran in from the courtyard. Sister Tsunade. Brother Ryuyun. Hey, what about me? Is my presence so low? Nawaki is helpless, your eyes are full of what is going on with my old sister and brother-in-law. A living person who beat me like this is standing here. Really can't see it. Call. But Kushina just flipped through Byakugan about this. Said that he didn't want to talk to Naoki at all. Greater than. Okay. Naoki understands, he is the real superfluous. Tsunade, you are going to be Hokage. Kushina looked at Tsunade with brilliant eyes. Although Qingshan Ryuyun did not say, but there is news about Senju Tsunade, who will become the new Hokage. It was still spread by those ninjas. Maybe it's to please Qingshan Ryuyun. Although in Konoha, Qingshan Ryuyun's reputation is truly unparalleled in the world. But Senju Tsunade's reputation is not low at all. Granddaughter of first Hokage, princess of Senju clan, one of Konoha Sannin, disciple of third Hokage. There are too many halos on Tsunade. So Tsunade has become the new Hokage. For those villagers who don't know anything, it can be regarded as popular. Facing Kushina's problem, Tsunade smiled and nodded. Become the new Hokage. Tsunade's heart is also a little proud. Impressive. Kushina's eyes on Tsunade became admired. I believe that when Tsunade officially becomes the fourth Hokage, the female ninjas in the village will regard Tsunade as the target of worship. Then Ryuyun, are you free next? Kushina did not forget to help her old sister Makoto. So I want to ask Qingshan Ryuyun if he has time. Go talk to the group of Uchiha clan. Next, I'm going to the Daming mansion. After I come back, I will be free 970. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't think much and gave the answer directly. Are you doing something? Can ask such a question. Kushina obviously has something to find herself. Thinking about Qingshan Ryuyun's gaze, I admire it even more. Well, although this matter is about the future of my good sister Makoto. I believe that if Makoto knows this. But in Kushina's view, no matter what it is, as long as it is compared with Qingshan Ryuyun's thing, it is not a big deal. Kushina was very sensible and did not take advantage of this time to disturb Qingshan Ryuyun. It's not a big deal either. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Nodded, Qingshan Ryuyun doesn't know how to read mind, although he doesn't know the specific things. Then wait until I come back from the Daming mansion, then come to me again. Tsunade on the side looks a little weird. How can I always feel that this Kushina seems to have any thoughts about her own man? Kushina nodded. I will be very touched. Hearing that Qingshan Ryuyun wants to go to the Daming mansion first. After Ryuyun comes back from the Daming mansion, we will deal with it. Anyway, it's not a big deal. But looking at Kushina like this, it shouldn't be an important thing. Chapter 159 Fire Country Daimyo. Advertise here. However, there is no Tsunade that is too prosecuted. Still shook his head, indicating that he might be thinking too much. This should be just the worship of the strong. The next day, Qingshan Ryuyun took Tsunade with him. Set off for Daming mansion. Speaking of which, I have never been to Daming mansion yet. Walking by Qingshan Ryuyun, Tsunade couldn't help but say. Tsunade just said that from Sarutobi Hiruzen, he knew that there was a daimyofu. But I have never seen it directly. I've seen it once. Qingshan Ryuyun recalled for a while and said. That time was a mission performed with Hitaki Tsukumo, escorting the princess of Daming mansion back. After so many years, Qingshan Ryuyun has almost forgotten what the princess of Damingfu looked like back then. Hey, what does the name look like? Upon hearing this, Tsunade looked at Qingshan Ryuyun curiously. Shrugging, Qingshan Ryuyun said in a disgusting tone. So, fat like a pig. The daimyo itself is just an ordinary person on the sidelines, just a little richer. Few daimyo himself is thin. Hey, so, why am I still thinking about it? After all, I have never seen a big name before. Now hearing Tsunade's description of the daimyo, Tsunade is disgusted directly. I don't know, why they are dignified Konoha, why should they bow to these fat pigs? Soon, in the small chat between Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade. He has already come to the boundary of the Daming mansion. I have to say that the decoration here is much more noble than Konoha. It's really luxurious. Even Tsunade, who was born as a princess of the Senju clan, couldn't help but sigh. This famous mansion is really rich. Even some decorations look very expensive. There is a fart. In Qingshan Ryuyun's view, these things are useless except for their beauty. Tsunade shrugged and did not refute. After briefly talking to the guards of the Daming mansion, Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade came to the Daming mansion. The appearance of this famous mansion already looks very luxurious. As soon as I came in, it seemed more luxurious. If this money is given to me to gamble, that would be great. Sure enough, Tsunade still hasn't forgotten his own preferences. Greater than. Qingshan Ryuyun on the side just turned Byakugan on this, too lazy to pay attention. Noting Qingshan Ryuyun's gaze, Tsunade also smiled brilliantly. But in other words, after all, Tsunade also knows that he is going to be Hokage soon, so he must be more prudent in doing everything. At least this is about gambling. There must be no chance in the future. Ryuyun, look, after walking into the Daming mansion, Tsunade seemed to have discovered something, and suddenly said to Qingshan Ryuyun on the side. Follow Tsunade's gaze. At this time, there are several ninjas wearing Anbu masks and Konoha forehead protector in the daimyo palace. Obviously, these people are not Anbu. It's Danzos, root, ninja. It seems that Elder Danzo still doesn't give up. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't expect that he could actually see Danzo's root ninja here. Obviously, Danzo should also be here, although a little unexpected. But Qingshan Ryuyun didn't think that Danzo's appearance would bring him any trouble. Instead, he smiled disdainfully. This Danzo, when he bounces, he is really dead. Qingshan Ryuyun took Tsunade directly and walked towards the Daming mansion. In the hall at this time, in addition to the first name, Shimura Danzo, who is the darkness of Konoha, is sitting on his knees. It seems that it has been here for a while. Elder Danzo is really hardworking. Ignoring the existence of the daimyo, Qingshan Ryuyun looked at Danzo with a mocking smile. Greater than. Danzo just kept silent about this. At this time, as the name of the country of fire, he also focused his attention on Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade. It seems that you are the strongest creature Qingshan Ryuyun, or Senju Tsunade, one of Sanin. Although staying in the big name mansion all the time. But the daimyo knows a lot about the ninja world. It's just that Qingshan Ryuyun doesn't have so much time. And the name is squeaky and crooked. Speak bluntly. My purpose is to inform you. Senju Tsunade will become the next Hokage. Qingshan Ryuyun's attitude made Daming a little dissatisfied. Originally, the willingness to have seen it before. Coupled with Qingshan Ryuyun's prestige, the daimyo felt that his attitude towards Qingshan Ryuyun was polite enough. But such a domineering attitude made Daming very dissatisfied. Perhaps in the eyes of the daimyo, even if Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade are superb. But when facing his own big name, it should also be the same as the previous third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. Yes. Shaking the fan in his hand, the daimyo glanced at Danzo intentionally or unintentionally. But this elder Danzo seems to want to be Hokage too. Obviously, the reason why Danzo came to meet the daimyo first. I just want to be Hokage. Although I don't think it can be successful, Elder Danzo still wants to signal for the position of Hokage. Qingshan Ryuyun answered indifferently. The instrument is good. You Qingshan Ryuyun had better be more arrogant, in this case. Looking down at Danzo, Qingshan Ryuyun's eyes didn't even flicker. The old man has a greater chance to become a Hokage. Danzo on the side couldn't help but smile. I really don't want to agree with your attitude like this. Don't you worry about me making Danzo the next Hokage. As if it's not a big deal. It doesn't matter. Qingshan Ryuyun's attitude made Daming very dissatisfied. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Daming's gaze was slightly gloomy. Oh, greater than. The daimyo is curious, so confident, is it really good? My purpose here is to inform you that Tsunade will become the next Hokage. This is the answer of Qingshan Lu, Nuojiao's Yun, Chapter 160 Haki Deterrence Daimyo. Advertise here. The name of the country of fire is not a fool. Naturally, I know that in this world of forbearance, strength is everything. Otherwise, the daimyo would not be in the land of fire. Build a fire temple to protect yourself. And what kind of Guardian 12 forbearance? If there is nothing particularly important, daimyo will not mix Konoha's decision. However, Qingshan Ryuyun's attitude made Daming feel offended. Of course, this is also related to the cowardice that Sarutobi Hiruzen has always been. Obviously it is third Hokage, but he bowed his knees to the name of the country of fire. All the time, let Daming's heart still look at light Konoha. Just when the atmosphere was a little heavy, Qingshan Ryuyun suddenly laughed. Laughed disdainfully. Tsunade on the side has never been worried from beginning to end. With a calm face. As long as Qingshan Ryuyun is around, there is nothing to worry about. Kaz. Qingshan Ryuyun raised his foot and walked in the direction of the big name. The heavy footsteps made the floor crackle. As if it would collapse at any time. What do you want to do? 970. The daimyo was shocked, Qingshan Ryuyun, who walked towards him like an ancient beast. Even if I just look at it, the daimyo has a sense of fear. Danzo was ecstatic in his heart, wishing Qingshan Ryuyun hurry up, so that he would have a better chance to become Hokage. But Danzo still knows what he should do now. If you don't say anything, you must stop in front of the daimyo. Qingshan Ryuyun, do you know what you are doing? You actually committed the crime. Danzo wants to show his loyalty in front of the daimyo. But, as soon as he lifted his footsteps, a heavy power suddenly fell on Danzo. Hung. Under this haki, Danzo was directly on the floor by the dead town. I want to struggle, but I don't have the ability to stand up. How can it be? Danzo's eyes were full of horror. I can't believe this situation at all. Danzo knows that he may not be Qingshan Ryuyun's opponent, but it is not like that. Even the other party's momentum, I can't catch it, this is still a fart. I believe that today, it will definitely become the shadow of Danzo's life in the future. As if crushing an ant to death, Qingshan Ryuyun didn't care about Danzo who was jumping. Continue to move towards the big name. At this time, those guards of the daimyo, samurai, also began to rush over. It's just that, like dumplings in the pot, these guards, one after another, all fell to the ground. Bang, bang, bang. Facing Qingshan Ryuyun's conqueror's haki, there is no one here who can resist. The soaring haki, let the originally clear sky. has become a lot gloomy. Yu. Yan Zhen's arm pointed in the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun. The stunned daimyo didn't know what to say. What kind of ability is this? Suddenly, all of my own fell down in an instant. Some people with weak willpower fainted directly. Coming to the front of the daimyo, Qingshan Ryuyun looked down on the daimyo in this way. Why do you think that the decision I made by Konoha requires your consent? Boom. The gloomy sky, the sound of thunder. As if responding to Qingshan Ryuyun's haki. The name is dumb, but I did not expect that Qingshan Ryuyun would have such strength. Is this really human? Listen. Qingshan Ryuyun doesn't care about daimyo's thoughts, and said directly. Laozi is here, BJAI, to inform you, not to need your opinion. If you dare to dominate in front of Konoha, Laozi won't mind changing your name. Quote comma closing parenthesis. Threat. This must be a threat. Just change your name to what you say. Even Senju Hashirama and Senju Tobarama in those days ignored the existence of the daimyo. But I don't need to say, just use threatening words, change a name. At this time, the great name of the country of fire has already understood. The existence in front of him that is as strong as a monster is really rampant. I see. The daimyo agreed, there is no way to disagree. As long as you can live, who is willing to die? What's more, in the face of such a monster, the daimyo can't see any chance of winning at all. Humph. With a cold snort, if you look at the daimyo like rubbish. Qingshan Ryuyun turned around and went back. Let's go. Tsunade smiled and stood up, followed Qingshan Ryuyun's side, and left the Daming Mansion together. As for what Qingshan Ryuyun did to Daming Mansion. Taking Tsunade as a person, but I don't feel anything bad at all. On the contrary, it's very good. The daimyo was silent. Qingshan Ryuyun's last gaze, the name of the name was itchy, and wanted to hit someone. But considering the strength of Qingshan Ryuyun, the daimyo chose to be quiet. Master Daming, that Qingshan Ryuyun, who is unscrupulous, dare to offend you. At this time, Qingshan Ryuyun left. Haki, who was on Danzo's body, naturally disappeared. Danzo stood up again, without saying anything, immediately said to the daimyo. Danzo is looking forward to the match between Qingshan Ryuyun and Daming. It's best if the big name directly engages Qingshan Ryuyun. Greater than. It's just that Daming is not a fool. Danzo's careful thinking, how could Daming not be able to tell? Angrily turned to Byakugan. Can't you see that this person is very strong? Why don't you deal with him? Actually still want to use me as a tool person. I really treat others as mentally retarded. Seeing that the daimyo's anger was not over, Danzo said cautiously. But daimyo, don't you still have the guardian 12 ninjas of the Temple of Fire? This guarding the 12 ninjas is the ninja who specializes in protecting the daimyo. The 12 elite jonin are already considered good powers. Only, do you think Guardian 12 ninja can beat this monster? Chapter 161 Princess of Daming Mansion. Advertise here. Danzo was dumb, because Danzo also realized that even if the Guardian 12 ninjas are added together, plus all the power of the Temple of Fire, it is impossible to be Qingshan Ryuyun's opponent. But, Danzo still hesitated. After all, for the position of Hokage, Danzo really missed it too much. Otherwise, I would not dare to come to the country of fire before Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade. Stop it. The daimyo waved his hand impatiently. I just faced Qingshan Ryuyun's palpitations, but it hasn't disappeared yet. Where is the time? I'm crooked here with Danzo. Let me tell you that. The daimyo can tell that Danzo wants to use himself to become Hokage. As long as you can solve the problem of Qingshan Ryuyun, I will agree with you to become Hokage. How? The shameful situation just now, the daimyo still remembers. Really? Danzo's eyes were happy. Compared with the position of Hokage, even if the opponent is a monster like Qingshan Ryuyun, Danzo is also willing to give it a try. Certainly. The daimyo nodded affirmatively, thinking about saving his face. But compared to Qingshan Ryuyun, Daming prefers the obedient Hokage like Danzo. The old man understands. Danzo nodded affirmatively. The eyes are firm. Obviously I have already thought about it, what I have to do next. No matter what, for my own Hokage position. Even if the opponent is a monster like Qingshan Ryuyun, Danzo is willing to try or not. Of course, you still need to plan. Seeing Danzo like this, the daimyo nodded with satisfaction. Danzo wants to use his name as a tool person, but the name, why don't you want Danzo to be a tool person? In the eyes of the daimyo, this Danzo may not be able to beat Qingshan Ryuyun. But it will definitely cause some trouble to the other party. Humph. I dare to threaten my name, this grudge must be reported. Super vengeful. Qingshan Ryuyun at this time, I don't know. The matter just now has been missed by the daimyo. But even if you know, Qingshan Ryuyun will not care too much, right? At this time, Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade, who had left the Daming Mansion, were stopped by a figure. Looking at the person in front of me, Qingshan Ryuyun couldn't help but raised his eyebrows. Tsunade on the side also looked at Qingshan Ryuyun with great interest. Aren't you going to explain? What to explain? Qingshan Ryuyun is very confused. Are you Minghina? Looking at this figure in front of him, Qingshan Ryuyun remembered, this is just before. Qingshan Ryuyun and the White Fang team, escorting the princess of Damingfu, Minghina. However, it seems that after the start of the Third Ninja World War, Qingshan Ryuyun never saw Minghina again. Over the years, Minghina, as the princess of the daimyo mansion, has become a lot more mature from the former youthfulness. Great, you didn't forget me. Originally, Hina was also panicked. But seeing that Qingshan Ryuyun actually recognized herself, Minghina was obviously relieved. But this answer makes Tsunade on the side. The look in his eyes became more and more dangerous. Don't say it as if we are familiar with it. Fortunately, Qingshan Ryuyun's answer still makes Tsunade very happy. In fact, Qingshan Ryuyun does not feel that he and the other party are familiar. What's more, Qingshan Ryuyun just threatened the other party's father. Ryuyun-kun, do you have time? I think, looking at Qingshan Ryuyun in front of me, compared to the last time I met, Minghina feels that the other party is more hockey. At the first meeting, the impression Qingshan Ryuyun left on Minghina is hard to imagine. So after knowing that Qingshan Ryuyun came to Daming Mansion, Minghina didn't think much, so she came to Qingshan Ryuyun. However, I haven't finished talking about Qingshan Ryuyun. Was interrupted by Tsunade on the side. Ryuyun has no time, let's go. Just kidding, in front of the old lady, the man who asked the old lady. Bully, you are Senju Tsunade. At this time, Minghina looked in the direction of Tsunade. Fresh flowers 0. It is different from the attitude when facing Qingshan Ryuyun. When facing Tsunade, Minghina took the posture of being a princess of the Daming Mansion, dignified and noble. How? Tsunade is not afraid. Who is not a princess anymore? As the granddaughter of first Hokage Senju Hashirama, Tsunade itself is the princess of Konoha village. And this identity is not inferior to the identity of the princess of the Daming Palace. I know you are the granddaughter of first Hokage, the next fourth Hokage. So what, do you want to fight? Move your wrists. Tsunade doesn't mind taking a meal with this guy in front of him. Point 0. Minghina didn't answer. Tsunade's remarks made Minghina dumb. How can this guy be full of beatings? What's more, Minghina is not stupid. Although he is a princess of the Daming Palace, he has no strength at all. And Senju Tsunade's reputation is all made by practical fists. If this is for Minghina and Tsunade to fight, it is estimated that Tsunade punches down, Minghina is gone. I'm not here to fight with you. Shout. Really awkward. I thought it could be done, but I didn't expect it was not. Tsunade flipped through Byakugan in angrily. Minghina ignored Tsunade's reaction, turned her head and looked at Qingshan Ryuyun. If I want to go to Konoha to learn ninjutsu, it should be possible. To be honest, Qingshan Ryuyun is very confused. It's not stupid. What exactly does Hina mean? How could Qingshan Ryuyun fail to see it? It's just that Qingshan Ryuyun is very confused. It seems that I have never had a good conversation with Minghina, right? Even when doing escort missions before, Qingshan Ryuyun's attitude towards Minghina is not exaggerated. But in this way, this Minghina can also look at herself. Qingshan Ryuyun said, is he really too handsome? Or, the princess of this Daming Mansion? Have any special preferences? Chapter 162 Makoto's careful thinking. Advertise here. Oh, you want to learn ninjutsu too, don't be tired. It's not that Tsunade looked down on each other. This is learning ninjutsu, practicing chakra, that all started from childhood. At Hina's age, no matter how talented you are, you won't be able to cultivate any clues. Just say if you can. Minghina doesn't care about these. It is clear that Hina's purpose is not to practice ninjutsu. Call. He waved his hand indifferently. Tsunade smiled playfully. Then you come and sigh. Qingshan Ryuyun gave Tsunade a strange look, thinking that Tsunade would refuse. Unexpectedly, I agreed, but since Tsunade made the decision, Qingshan Ryuyun did not interrupt. That's good. After hearing that Tsunade had the same meaning as 973, Minghina was finally relieved. After all, the other party is the fourth Hokage of the future. If you disagree, even if Hina is the princess of the daimyo palace, it is not easy to settle in Konoha. Then Ryuyun, let's see you later. As if afraid that Tsunade would go back, Minghina turned around and left after speaking to Qingshan Ryuyun. It seems that I am going to pack things up. Qingshan Ryuyun said he was helpless. It seemed that he hadn't said anything from the beginning. Looking at Tsunade who was smiling aside, Qingshan Ryuyun asked. Why agree? If you refuse, it's okay. Although the current Minghina looks really good. But Qingshan Ryuyun has no idea about this guy. Others are looking for you, what can I refuse? Tsunade shrugged indifferently. Qingshan Ryuyun was surprised, how generous is this Tsunade? The meaning of Qingshan Ryuyun, Tsunade also noticed. However, Tsunade just sighed helplessly. Your physique is getting more and more monsters. I really can't hold it alone. It used to be okay, but now, as Qingshan Ryuyun's strength is getting stronger and stronger. The ability of Devil Fruit is naturally getting stronger and stronger. Under the influence of Qinglong Fruit, Qingshan Ryuyun's physique. Even if Tsunade has the sage body of the Senju family, it is not an opponent. So this is awe. Qingshan Ryuyun couldn't help but laugh. I thought it was because of this, Tsunade agreed to Minghina to come to Konoha. You are so embarrassed to say. Tsunade gave Qingshan Ryuyun angrily. No way, Alone is not Qingshan Ryuyun's opponent, this also makes Tsunade very angry. But it's useless, facts are facts. Ha 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 ha. Tsunade's little angry eyes made Qingshan Ryuyun couldn't help laughing. The heroic laughter echoed in this woods. Things have been resolved. Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade are not busy rushing back, but walking leisurely. In Konoha at this time, it can be successful. Uchiha Makoto was alone, sitting on the edge of the house in the courtyard. Thinking of Kushina's words, let Qingshan Ryuyun come to help herself and dissolve the marriage contract. Although Makoto knows that Qingshan Ryuyun has this ability. But I am relatively unfamiliar with the other party. That's why it is difficult to rest assured. Makoto knew that Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade had left Konoha now. It is said that I went to the daimyo mansion to discuss the next Hokage. If nothing else, the fourth Hokage is Senju Tsunade. As a female ninja, Makoto still admires Senju Tsunade. Even if the opponent is a member of the Senju clan who is a feud of the Uchiha clan. Makoto was thinking, if he had the power to change his destiny like Tsunade, no one would dare to arrange his life. A sigh, very helpless. Makoto didn't know why he would inexplicably carry a marriage contract on his body. And it's still married. Makoto still doesn't know who the other party is until now. If you have to marry someone, you still marry Lord Ryuyun. Although everyone in Konoha knows that Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade are a pair. But the reputation of Qingshan Ryuyun is too high. Konoha, I don't know how many ninjas there are, wanting to marry Qingshan Ryuyun. Even the virtuous Makoto has some such thoughts in his heart. Advocating the strong, this is also the essence of the shinobi world. Makoto. At this moment, Makoto's grandfather, the great elder of the Uchiha clan, walked over. In the past, Makoto was very happy to see his grandpa. But now, as soon as I see each other, the face that Makoto had originally dreamed of collapsed in an instant. Grandfather. But the greetings that should be there are still needed. Oh, I wronged you. Seeing Makoto this, the elder was a little unbearable, but there was no way. Who will let the Uchiha clan show weakness? Grandpa. Is the other party really that powerful? Makoto is still a little unwilling. Why? They're Uchiha clan, although they are no longer glorious in the past. But the dead skinny camel is bigger than the horse, so you shouldn't be afraid of one person, just use the method of marriage. Sorry, Makoto. The great elder shook his head helplessly. If it is not for the strength of the opponent, it is really beyond imagination. The elder does not want his daughter to be like this. Then, what if I can find someone to help? Makoto's tentative remarks made the elder a little puzzled. Who can you call 0.8? The great elder has a strange face. The opponent is now the strongest creature in the ninja world. Who are you looking for? Who can be more powerful than this strongest creature? Makoto said decisively. Of course it's Lord Ryuyun. The elder was stunned and blinked blankly, wondering if he had heard it wrong. Who do you want to find? It's Master Ryuyun. That is Master Qingshan Ryuyun, who is known as the strongest creature. Seeing his grandfather like this, Makoto thought the other party was frightened. Somewhat delighted. It seems that if Qingshan Ryuyun came, he would definitely be able to help himself. Chapter 163 Makoto's heart beats. Advertise here. Does Master Ryuyun know about this? The great elder did not answer directly, but asked faintly. To be honest, when I first heard this name, the elder was affectionate. The person you make your marriage. Come to dissolve this marriage contract for you. So it sounds like going around in circles. Makoto didn't see the situation of his grandfather. I thought that this marriage could be released, Makoto replied solemnly. Although Lord Ryuyun doesn't know it yet. However, the relationship between Kushina and Lord Ryuyun is very good. I know Kushina. If you ask Kushina to help, Ryuyun-sama will definitely help me. So this is all. Hearing Makoto's words, the elder nodded clearly. The fact that Makoto and Kushina have a good relationship, the elder knows it. Kushina is Nine Tails Jinchuriki. Even if the elder has no idea about Nine Tails. But a good relationship with Nine Tails Jinchuriki can be regarded as a guarantee. Grandpa, if it were Ryuyun-sama, he would be able to break such a marriage contract at 19. Makoto looked at his grandfather expectantly. I felt helpless, but the elder nodded. Their Uchiha clan was meant to have a good relationship with Qingshan Ryuyun. If it was Qingshan Ryuyun's will, they would certainly not refuse. Very good. Hearing this affirmative answer, Makoto jumped up with joy. Looking at the delighted granddaughter, the elder shook his head, and decided to tell the truth. But the person who married you was Master Qingshan Ryuyun. The originally joyful smile froze in an instant. Makoto looked at his grandfather in astonishment. What's the meaning? It's very simple. Your marriage partner is Qingshan Ryuyun. Otherwise, do you think that in Konoha, the Uchiha clan, would you still be afraid of others? The whole Konoha, except for Qingshan Ryuyun. They don't need to care about other people's opinions at all. After being reminded like this, Makoto reacted. Indeed, even if their Uchiha clan is weak now, they are still Uchiha clan after all. Except Qingshan Ryuyun, they don't need to fear anyone. So, the person I want to marry is Ryuyun-sama. Makoto said to himself in a daze. Yes. The great elder on the side nodded honestly. So, are you going to cancel this engagement now? But, Ryuyun-sama and Tsunade-sama, are they a couple? Makoto still couldn't hold back, and said. After all, this matter is definitely not a secret in the shinobi world. So what? The Great Elder asked indifferently. Makoto was dumb. Indeed, so what? In the ninja world, there are always a few people who can override the rules. And Qingshan Ryuyun is this person who can override the rules. Makoto. The elder looked at Makoto caringly. This is his granddaughter after all. If Makoto says nothing to agree with, then it's really hard for the elder to directly order Makoto to make a decision. Speaking of which, with your and Kushina's concerns, even if you really want to refuse, Ryuyun-sama shouldn't be angry. The Great Elder was a little grateful. Didn't stop Makoto and Kushina from making friends. After speaking, after a slight sigh, as if he knew the answer, the elder turned around and was about to leave. At this time, Makoto spoke out instead. And many more. Makoto is willing to make any decision for the Uchiha clan. Makoto said very righteous words, as if he could abandon everything for the Uchiha clan. It's just that when he got such a reply, the Great Elder looked strange. Are you sure you are for the Uchiha family, not because you simply want to marry Qingshan Ryuyun? The Great Elder doesn't know. Now in the whole village, I don't know how many people want to marry Qingshan Ryuyun. Greater than being watched by my grandfather with such weird eyes. Makoto also started to become a little embarrassed. It's as if the careful thinking in the heart is seen. Grandpa, you go back first. I still have things here. Ha 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 ha. The Great Elder laughed out loud. Makoto can agree, of course this is better. Alright. Then you prepare. After Senju Tsunade becomes 4th Hokage, you can go to Ryuyun-sama's side. Makoto responded softly. If it weren't for the Great Elder's ear power, he would be almost inaudible. Ha ha ha. Smiling happily, the elder turned around and left. Sitting on the edge of the room alone, Makoto, who was thinking, was a little fascinated for a while. Unexpectedly, it was Ryuyun-sama. These 973 things are really unexpected. Makoto. In the afternoon, Makoto was dreaming about how he would live when he went to Qingshan Ryuyun. In the evening, Kushina came to find Makoto. Said quickly. Greater than. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. But Kushina's words made Makoto awaken from the fantasy in an instant. In the face of Kushina's gaze, Kushina thought that Makoto was still worried about the marriage. No need. So, you like that person. Although I felt embarrassed, Makoto still expressed his inner thoughts. Kushina is not stupid, how could she not understand the meaning of Makoto's words? Don't worry, brother Ryuyun will be back soon. I will definitely go back and help you when the time comes. Before me, it was because I didn't know who the other party was, but just now, I knew it. Kushina thought that she saw Makoto's troubles. Said to Makoto with a thin face of righteousness and Yuntian. As soon as these words came out, Kushina was silent for a moment, looked at Makoto in astonishment, and wondered if she had heard it wrong. Looking at Makoto alone, quietly and fascinated, Chapter 164 4th Hokage Senju Tsunade. Advertise here. After hesitating for a while, Makoto still gave an affirmative answer. I think, stay with him. The opponent is Qingshan Ryuyun, the strongest in the ninja world, known as the strongest creature in sea, land, and air. Even with this opportunity. But Makoto, I want to try it too. Kushina doesn't know who Makoto is talking about. However, after seeing Makoto's expectation, Kushina also laughed. Yes, Makoto, who is this man? Good sisters can find their beloved, of course Kushina is a blessing. However, Kushina is still a little curious. Who is this object that makes Makoto's heart fascinated? Do I know? Are you handsome? Are you strong? It's like 100,000 whys. A series of questions, asked Makoto. Yeah, you know, they are handsome and strong. Makoto smiled gently. Although I haven't seen Qingshan Ryuyun, Makoto has heard of Qingshan Ryuyun's deeds. Originally Makoto still thought, do you want to say Qingshan Ryuyun's name directly? But considering that I have not been with the other party yet, Makoto chose to keep secret. When the time comes, I will tell you. Yo, you still play mystery with me. Kushina didn't think anything, just said something with a chuckle. I don't know, if Kushina knows, this person is Qingshan Ryuyun. Can you smile so happily like this? In 2 days, Qingshan Ryuyun and Tsunade Rice returned to Konoha. At the same time, Tsunade's 4th Hokage succession ceremony began. This is a big deal for the new Hokage. What's more, Senju Tsunade has become this Hokage, and it can be regarded as popular. All the villagers and ninjas of Konoha gathered. I saw Senju Tsunade wearing a 4th Hokage robe and a Hokage hat. With a big wave, the confident voice echoed throughout Konoha village. From today, I will be Konoha's 4th Hokage. After a short silence, the whole Konoha boiled for it. Almost everyone, cheering the name of Senju Tsunade. Master Tsunade. Long live Hokage-sama, Master 4th Hokage. Listening to these noisy appearances, Tsunade, standing on the roof of the Hokage building, couldn't help but smile. Tsunade hadn't thought about it before, that one day he would become Konoha's Hokage. This is Konoha that Grandpa and the others created. Starting today, the responsibility of protecting Konoha is my turn, Senju Tsunade. Thinking of this, Tsunade couldn't help turning his head. Looking in the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun. Everything about myself comes from the help of this man in front of me. Thinking of this, the smile on Tsunade's face is even more charming. Qingshan Ryuyun doesn't know Tsunade's inner thoughts. Only after seeing Tsunade's smile, Qingshan Ryuyun also laughed. So good. Below the building, Namikaze Minato in the crowd, looking at the heroic Tsunade, couldn't help but sigh. Namikaze Minato is not looking at Tsunade. It's the Hokage robe on Tsunade. Once upon a time, this was also the goal of Namikaze Minato in his life. But now, there is no chance at all. Hey, how can someone like me be a Hokage? Shook his head with a wry smile. Even with the passage of time, no one will now say that Namikaze Minato is the sinner of Konoha. But this accountability will accompany Namikaze Minato forever. Namikaze Minato is not a heartless person. Maybe, if Namikaze Minato is to succeed Hokage, Namikaze Minato will not have this face either. Jiraiya on the side, after seeing the appearance of his apprentice. He sighed and patted Namikaze Minato on the shoulder. As a master, Jiraiya certainly knows the thoughts of his apprentices. But, what really happened, even if Jiraiya is one of Konoha Sannin, can't it change anything? Speaking of this, Jiraiya couldn't help but talk about Sarutobi Hiruzen. After all, the original order for Namikaze Minato to go to the battlefield of Cloud Shinobi village. It was issued by Sarutobi Hiruzen. Jiraiya knew that Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted Namikaze Minato to intercept this feat of defeating Cloud Shinobi village. But now it seems that Sarutobi Hiruzen is thinking too much. Point 1. Don't think too much. Tsunade is my companion after all. Although the position of Hokage has no chance, I can still help you fight for the position of Captain Anbu. Former Anbu captain Hatake Tsukumo has long since quit. This position has always been vacant. Captain Anbu has the power to deploy the entire Anbu. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is below 1 person and above 10,000. It's all to protect Konoha. Captain Anbu is pretty good too. Jiraiya is confident. This apprentice of my own is sure to be qualified for this position. Then trouble Mr. Jiraiya. It's noisy. Namikaze Minato can't tell what the two people are like. Nuojao is good. It just so happens that during this time, you and I will go to Mount Myoboku to practice immortality. Okay then. It just so happens that there is more free time now. Of course, I said that, but Namikaze Minato's words are a guarantee for Jiraiya, and I don't have much confidence. What can I say? Namikaze Minato can only nod it along the way. I wanted to teach Namikaze Minato celestial arts before, but there was no chance. When you learn the magic of Mount Myoboku, you will surely be able to become the captain of this Anbu. Namikaze Minato is not a pedantic person. If you can become the captain of Anbu, that would be great. After all, although Jiraiya and Tsunade are companions, they have a relationship. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. He patted Namikaze Minato on the shoulder with black lines. Jiraiya clearly saw Namikaze Minato's thoughts. Don't worry, I'm Mount Myoboku Toad Sage Jiraiya, Tsunade will still give me this little face. But talked about other things. With a wave of his hand, Jiraiya was too lazy and entangled with Namikaze Minato on this matter. Okay. Chapter 165 Shinobu. Same as a joke. Advertise here. Then trouble Mr. Jiraiya. Namikaze Minato nodded sincerely. Ha ha ha. Jiraiya smiled and said nothing more. On the roof of the Hokage building. Looking at such Tsunade, Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes became a little emotional. Of course, there are still some reluctances. Reluctant to give up my position as Hokage, it's just gone. Otherwise, Sarutobi Hiruzen would not still be wearing 3rd Hokage's exclusive royal robe today. Basically, the new Hokage appeared. Hokage, who has abdicated, can no longer walk in Konoha as Hokage. Power is also to be handed over. But Sarutobi Hiruzen is not the royal robe that did not give up Hokage. Even Anbu's power hasn't said when it will be handed over to Tsunade. Tsunade, Konoha from now on, I will trouble you. But what do you think in your heart? But the superficial effort is still to be done well. When I return to Hokage's office. This time, the one sitting on the office chair has become Tsunade. I didn't expect that being a Hokage would feel like this, so curious. Just become Hokage, Tsunade is now slowly 973 cents of accomplishment. There is also an unspeakable mind. Sad Danzo, after watching for a while, he left directly. I'm afraid that I will stay any longer, I might cry out in admiration. I have worked hard for most of my life without success. Now Tsunade has achieved this position. If Danzo doesn't have any controversy at all, then it's really hell. But now everyone's attention is not paying attention to Danzo. Naturally, he didn't care about Danzo's departure. Ahem. At this time, after Sarutobi Hiruzen cleared his throat, he was also ready to leave. Tsunade, everything will be left to you after that, and the old man will leave first. And many more. Tsunade may not realize it yet. But Qingshan Ryuyun noticed, grinned and stopped Sarutobi Hiruzen from leaving. Master Sarutobi, I'm afraid I have forgotten something. Greater than. Sarutobi Hiruzen's heart is somewhat clear. Sure enough, it's okay to fool Tsunade, but if you want to fool Qingshan Ryuyun, then BJAI as a bit joking. However, even at this time, Sarutobi Hiruzen still wants to hold on. Hokage's position has been handed over. If you hand over the power of Anbu, you will really be nothing. What have you forgotten? No. Is there anything else? Qingshan Ryuyun has no time. And Sarutobi Hiruzen is here to care about him. Okay, stop talking so much bullshit. Impatiently waved his hand, Qingshan Ryuyun put his hands on his shoulders, and looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen coldly. It's time to hand over Anbu's power. You are no longer Hokage. Do you still want to hold Anbu's power? Maybe Sarutobi Hiruzen would not have thought of it. Qingshan Ryuyun will directly take everything to the face and talk about it. At this time, Udatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura, as the elders of Konoha. After looking at each other, decisively and quietly left. Anyway, such a thing will not threaten their interests. Compared to staying here awkward, it is better to leave earlier. At this time, Tsunade also recovered from a state of joy. Then I looked in the direction of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Ms. Sarutobi, don't you want to delegate power? Tsunade is not stupid. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen hesitating, you can tell a little bit. For a while, Tsunade also narrowed his eyes slightly. The momentum of the whole body began to become fierce. Just kidding, Tsunade itself is the kind of person who says one is the same. Speaking is never oblique. Ha ha ha, how could it be possible? After a smirk, Sarutobi Hiruzen waved his hand pretendingly. Sarutobi Hiruzen can see it. If you still want to hold Anbu's power today, then you really can't go. Of course, Tsunade may not do anything to Sarutobi Hiruzen. But Qingshan Ryuyun on the side is different. Looking at Qingshan Ryuyun's dangerous eyes, Sarutobi Hiruzen has no doubt, if he dares to refuse, the opponent's weapon mace will definitely hit his head. After a silent sigh, Sarutobi Hiruzen took out a scroll of order from his body. This thing is similar to a soldier talisman, and you can have the power of Anbu when you get it. Qingshan Ryuyun smiled and accepted the order. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen who was full of dismay, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled directly. Unexpectedly, the old man Sarutobi is so rigorous, Anbu's orders are all carried with him. Ha ha ha. When Sarutobi Hiruzen heard this, he was taken aback for a moment, and then smiled awkwardly. I don't know what to say at all. After all, Qingshan Ryuyun's words are not like praise at all. Tsunade, who received this transfer order from Qingshan Ryuyun, also looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen with doubts. Is it really a bully to be an old man? But Qingshan Ryuyun said so. His eyes faintly looked at Sarutobi Hiruzen's back. Now even Tsunade is a little suspicious of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Qingshan Ryuyun is not in the atmosphere of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who didn't want to stay too much, turned around and was about to leave after speaking. That's right. There is something. Sarutobi old man still has to pay attention to it. When the other party walked to the door of the office, Qingshan Ryuyun said as a reminder. What? That. I'll leave first. Now Tsunade is the new Hokage. You can wear this royal robe at home. Don't leave it outside. If you are beaten by the one who doesn't have long eyes and thinks you are posing as Hokage, the gain is not worth the loss. After a scornful laugh, he said lightly. The power has been handed over, do you still want to embarrass yourself? When Qingshan Ryuyun didn't say anything, Tsunade hadn't paid much attention yet. It is also embarrassing to continue to stay here. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Sarutobi Hiruzen's tone at this time is already a bit low. Chapter 166 Who Wouldn't Bully Others? Advertise here. Threat. This must be a threat. Sarutobi Hiruzen is not a fool, how could he not hear the warning in Qingshan Ryuyun's words? In simple terms, that is, if Sarutobi Hiruzen, then walk in Konoha with the third Hokage robe. Then Qingshan Ryuyun is going to beat people. If this is for others. Sarutobi Hiruzen always sneered, and then disdain. But if the other party is Qingshan Ryuyun, then the situation is completely different. After all, Qingshan Ryuyun has already put Konoha's F4. I have beaten 3. It seems that even if he abdicated Hokage is beaten again. It doesn't seem to be a big deal. The most important thing is that the current Hokage is already Senju Tsunade. In Konoha, there is not even one person who can punish Qingshan Ryuyun. Although in the past, when Sarutobi Hiruzen was in power, no one could sanction it. There is no way, I can't hold Qingshan Ryuyun's threatening gaze. After being silent for a while, Sarutobi Hiruzen nodded. Understood, the old man will pay attention. After speaking, Sarutobi Hiruzen left Hokage's office. Looking at this back, it's as if he was 10 years old in an instant. I didn't say anything just now. But after Sarutobi Hiruzen left, Tsunade looked at Qingshan Ryuyun curiously. You seem to be targeting old man Sarutobi. This is not an illusion. Tsunade found that what Qingshan Ryuyun did seemed to express dissatisfaction with Sarutobi Hiruzen. But why? Because of the relationship with Qingshan Ryuyun, although Tsunade will not stop it, he is still very confused. Qingshan Ryuyun did not explain much. Facing Tsunade's puzzled gaze, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled and said, "Use your Hokage privileges to see some secret information in the village. I believe you will have the answer soon." At that time, Tsunade will go violently. God is mysterious. Tsunade doesn't know the meaning of this. Just seeing that Qingshan Ryuyun did not directly give the answer. But talking about other things, Tsunade couldn't help but flip through Byakugan. However, Tsunade still took Qingshan Ryuyun's proposal in his heart. Waiting for a while, let Anbu bring some secret information. Make your Hokage, I'll leave first. After looking around and finding that there was nothing particularly important, Qingshan Ryuyun was ready to leave first. No. Seeing Qingshan Ryuyun who was leaving, Tsunade was surprised. Are you leaving now? Any questions? Qingshan Ryuyun doesn't think anything. There is nothing to do if I stay here, do not leave and stay here. Your lovely Tsunade is still here, so you are willing to let the family be bored here alone. Well, this is the first time Qingshan Ryuyun has seen him. Tsunade is pretending to be cute. I want to laugh. Quote. After being silent for a while, he glanced at the environment of Hokage Lee's office. Qingshan Ryuyun suddenly brightened his eyes. Why don't we come here once in Hokage's office? Ah, when I heard this, Tsunade thought he was wrong, and thought he had heard it wrong. However, looking at Qingshan Ryuyun who gradually walked in, Tsunade knew that he had heard it right. The look in his eyes is a little expectant. After all, Tsunade is also a courageous person. However, considering that I just became Hokage. In this case, there is something wrong, so Tsunade shook his head quickly. Forget it. Next time. Next time. With a cheerful smile, he looked at Tsunade. You go. Tsunade couldn't help being embarrassed. Such an answer. How can it seem that you are the one with the courage? Ha 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 ha. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't think much, leaving Hokage's office with a heroic smile. This guy. Looking at Qingshan Ryuyun like this, Tsunade couldn't help but say. Of course, to say so. But Tsunade still loves the look in Qingshan Ryuyun's eyes. Set up your mood, Tsunade is no longer entangled with anything. Seeking flowers 0. Instead, he waved his hand and greeted an Anbu over. Master Hokage. The current Hokage is Tsunade, and Sarutobi Hiruzen has already handed over the power of Anbu. All Anbu of Konoha will obey Tsunade's orders. Nodded calmly. Unlike when facing Qingshan Ryuyun, Tsunade can laugh happily when facing Qingshan Ryuyun. But when facing these Anbu, Tsunade's body is full of majesty. After all, it has become Hokage, and the momentum that should be there is still necessary. Go and build Konoha up to the present, all the secret materials will be brought to me. Tsunade did not forget what Qingshan Ryuyun said just now. Just as Qingshan Ryuyun said that, Tsunade was also very curious. Is there anything shameful in these secret materials? This. Anbu hesitated. Has a problem. Tsunade couldn't help frowning. He became the first command after Hokage and ran into problems. Do these Anbu think that my Tsunade Hokage is a decoration? Don't dare. Noting Tsunade's dissatisfaction, Anbu ninja half kneeled on the ground in fear. That's it. There are a lot of information. In the root organization of Elder Danzo, we, Anbu. I didn't say the following, but Tsunade can still understand the meaning. Anbu ninja, there is no way to go to the root organization to get information. This is because, in the current Anbu, there is no captain. When Hataki was still the captain of Anbu, with this Konoha's White Fang Yakubudo, they can do anything with Anbu. But now the situation is completely different. The root organization. Tsunade was puzzled at first, and then waved his hand indifferently. I don't care about him. Root organization, remember. You are Anbu, an Anbu exclusively for my Hokage. If anyone dares to trouble you, I'll find my mother. It's useless to find the old lady, just look for the old lady's man. With the reputation of Qingshan Ryuyun, I don't believe Danzo is so courageous. Chapter 167 Uchiha Makoto is here. Advertise here. Qingshan Ryuyun, the name of the strongest creature in sea, land and air, is here. No need for nothing. Tsunade really didn't believe it. This Shimura Danzo is not afraid of his own Hokage, even if he is not afraid of Qingshan Ryuyun. Yes, sure enough, the Anbu ninja who heard this immediately became full of confidence. There is a backstage behind, this kind of situation makes them immediately confident. Master Hokage, wait a minute. After saying a word, Anbu ninja stopped hesitating and left immediately. Seeing this scene, Tsunade couldn't help but raised his eyebrows. Sure enough, Ryuyun's name is more useful. As soon as Qingshan Ryuyun is there, these people immediately don't worry. It's a bit redundant to put it in this Hokage. Tsunade has nothing to do with 977. After all, he is his own man. Speaking of which, what will be in these materials? Tsunade is very curious. Here, as soon as Qingshan Ryuyun came home, he saw Uchiha Makoto who was virtuously cleaning in his own home. You are. Seeing the other party's skillful cleaning action, I don't know, I thought that the other party has lived here for a long time. However, in addition to the fan logo that Qingshan Ryuyun can use from his opponent. Seeing that this is outside the Uchiha clan. I don't know who this is at all. Master Ryuyun. After seeing Qingshan Ryuyun back, Uchiha Makoto quickly put down the things in his hands and walked over quickly. My Uchiha Makoto, the granddaughter of the elder of the Uchiha clan. Uchiha Makoto. No wonder, it looks pretty good, and it doesn't have the domineering feeling of the Uchiha clan at all. It turned out to be the mother of God Weasel and Urzuzi in the future. However, Qingshan Ryuyun is still very confused when the other party appears here. So, you came to me for cleaning purpose. I glanced at the tools Anxi used to clean. Qingshan Ryuyun looked very confused. No. Fearing to be misunderstood by Qingshan Ryuyun, Makoto shook his head quickly. Some hesitations, but looking at Qingshan Ryuyun in front of him, Makoto still mustered the courage to speak out his inner thoughts. It's my grandpa, let me come over and stay with Ryuyun-sama all the time. Always. Qingshan Ryuyun raised his eyebrows. I'm not someone who doesn't understand anything, this has always been. The meaning is completely different. Makoto also heard Qingshan Ryuyun's question, did not refuse, just lowered his head and responded. Yes, always. Qingshan Ryuyun can see it, the Uchiha clan still doesn't worry about standing, afraid of being abandoned by Qingshan Ryuyun. So let the daughter of the elder, who is Uchiha Makoto. Marriage. Such things are not uncommon in the shinobi world. But what Qingshan Ryuyun did not expect is, such a thing can actually happen to myself. In comparison, the Uchiha clan is obviously more sensible than the Hyuga clan, and they know how to give away people. This is the idea that the Hyuga clan didn't know Qingshan Ryuyun. If you know it, you can cry. The Hyuga clan wants to persuade them, but they can't hold the line of elders and patriarchs. They are all male. It's like seeing a ghost. Qingshan Ryuyun stopped thinking, but continued to ask. I have Tsunade. Do you understand? I understand. Makoto lowered his head and replied in a low voice. Looking at Makoto like this, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled. After that, there is no need to think about it. Master Ryuyun. At sunset, Makoto sitting next to Qingshan Ryuyun in his yard. Thoughtfully poured a cup of tea for Qingshan Ryuyun. Compared to before, at this moment, Makoto's body has a special sense of maturity. This is of course the credit of Qingshan Ryuyun. Master Tsunade hasn't come back yet. Makoto is still a little panicked. I don't know how I will face it after Senju Tsunade's future. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't think much about it, and waved his hand directly. Be at ease, with me, there is nothing to worry about. Just so, Tsunade always said that one person could not hold it, but now there is one more person, how much? Besides, Tsunade should not be able to come back today. With so much information to look at, Tsunade probably will see tomorrow. So Hokage is so busy. Makoto didn't think much. I just thought that after becoming Hokage, there will be many things to be busy. For a while, Makoto admired Tsunade even more. Not only because of the strength of the other party, but also the responsible attitude. In response, Tsunade just smiled and didn't say much. After sitting for a while, Qingshan Ryuyun took Makoto back. Night. In the clan of the Sarutobi clan. Today is definitely the most uncomfortable day for the Sarutobi clan. In the past, their Sarutobi clan, relying on the patriarch Sarutobi Hiruzen as Hokage. There are many people who have offended in Konoha. But now, Sarutobi Hiruzen has abdicated, even if the person is still alive. But it is conceivable that without the privilege of Hokage, the future of the Sarutobi family will definitely be much sadder. In the patriarch's house, Sarutobi Hiruzen was alone, drinking tea quietly. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't care about the uneasy discussions of the outsiders, and didn't bother to care about it. Until now, Sarutobi Hiruzen still feels like a world away. In a blink of an eye, I am no longer Hokage. You are really laid back. It happened that Danzo at this time walked over from the door. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen who can drink tea at ease, Danzo said with disdain. Otherwise, in this regard, Sarutobi Hiruzen rarely refutes something. After a simple sentence, I continued to give myself a cup of tea. Ah, Danzo is a little looking forward to, now this indifferent Sarutobi Hiruzen. I don't know if I can go on calmly after knowing the news later. With this thought, Danzo sat down in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Today Anbu Ninja came to my root organization. Why, is this for you to get rid of the horse? Chapter 168 Scared to Death. Advertise here. Right, shrugged, Danzo didn't refute anything. After all, Qingshan Ryuyun is standing beside Tsunade, what Anbu Ninja is doing in the root organization. Danzo can't control him either. Ah, hearing this, Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled instead. I didn't expect that Shimura Danzo, who dared to assassinate himself in the past, would have a day of fear. Of course, Sarutobi Hiruzen's smile does not mean disdain. After all, Qingshan Ryuyun's strength is there. Even Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't think he is the opponent of Qingshan Ryuyun. What qualifications do you have to laugh at others? What do you want to say in the end? Although it is no longer Hokage, Sarutobi Hiruzen is not stupid. How could it not be obvious? Danzo came to himself, definitely not only talking about this matter, it is so simple. There must be other things. Nothing to hide. Shimura Danzo shrugged and said directly. The Anbu ninja came to me because he was ordered by this fourth Hokage to take all Konoha's secret information. What's wrong? Is there any problem? 19 is Hokage, watch all the secret information of Konoha. These seem to be normal things. Ah, Shimura Danzo smiled disdainfully. This thing is normal, but the information is not normal. You said, if Tsunade knew that the Senju clan had died out, with your Sarutobi Hiruzen's instruction, would Tsunade still recognize you as a master? Hung. Just after Danzo's voice fell, Sarutobi Hiruzen was shocked. Slapped the table directly. He looked at Danzo incredulously. How is it possible? All the data back then were destroyed. How could those materials still exist? Have been destroyed. However, for Sarutobi Hiruzen's fierce eyes, Danzo was very indifferent. Do you think I will destroy them all? Just kidding, of course not. Danzo wanted to make Sarutobi Hiruzen down and become Hokage himself more than once. This kind of evidence that can threaten Sarutobi Hiruzen, how can Danzo really destroy it? Must have stayed a while. Then you can't let Anbu Ninja take it away. Those careful thoughts of Danzo, Sarutobi Hiruzen knows. You can keep it for yourself, but when Anbu Ninja takes it to Tsunade, the situation is completely different. Sarutobi Hiruzen knows. Although Tsunade respects himself now, it is only because of the friendship between mentor and apprentice here. But if it is known by Tsunade, the reason why the Senju clan is left with only Senju Tsunade and Senju Nawaki. All because of Sarutobi Hiruzen's credit. Then Tsunade can't be mad. Sarutobi Hiruzen has no doubt that at that time, Qingshan Ryuyun will not need to do it. Tsunade's strange power punch will directly blast towards him. What can I do? Being questioned by Sarutobi Hiruzen like this, Danzo was also annoyed. Then there is Qingshan Ryuyun beside Tsunade, what can the old man do? Danzo didn't think about stopping. But after these Anbus proposed the name Qingshan Ryuyun, Danzo was stunned. Such a ruthless person, Danzo really can't afford to provoke. You, pointing in the direction of Danzo, Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't know what to say. Sit back to the position dumbly, completely silent. After all, he is his former companion. Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen like this, Danzo still advises Sarutobi Hiruzen. Why don't you go and be rebellious? It's just that once this method is said. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Shimura Danzo with this as if to kill. Roll. A direct roar. You Shimura Danzo can't see me, right? Be a betrayal. Is this grandpa special a way that people can come up with? Danzo is also a little embarrassed to be looked at by Sarutobi Hiruzen with such an angry look. Of course, Danzo will not deny. In my heart, there is indeed a sense of gloating. Avoid Sarutobi Hiruzen completely out of anger and run away directly. Danzo Sensible did not struggle with this problem anymore. So, what are you going to do now? Looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen curiously. Now that the information has been in front of Tsunade, it must be impossible to restore it. Sarutobi Hiruzen sighed, all of which meant helplessness. It's really feng shui taking turns, it's their turn for the Sarutobi clan to be unlucky. Tsunade should be sensible. How do you say it? It is also Tsunade's master killing, but it is going to be stinking 10,000 years. Of course, Sarutobi Hiruzen can guess it. I may just be far away from the center of power, but there will be no threat to life. But the Sarutobi family must be targeted. But for these, Sarutobi Hiruzen doesn't care at all. Anyway, as long as you are fine, it doesn't matter what the Sarutobi clan is. In the old days, you followed the fame of the old husband Hokage and spent so many years domineering in the village. Now, it's your turn to repay. 977. Don't think that Sarutobi Hiruzen is really kind. It just didn't threaten oneself, it was threatening one's own interests. There is no disdain, after all, Danzo is the same as Sarutobi Hiruzen. Greater than. In Danzo's view, if such a thing happens to him, he can do it more decisively than Sarutobi Hiruzen. Can I become Konoha's elder in this way? Sarutobi Hiruzen feels like, was he blind back then? Sarutobi Hiruzen performed cold-blooded than anyone else. With a cold snort, Sarutobi Hiruzen on the side also nodded in agreement. I just wanted to say, there are Utatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. These two counselors will definitely use things far away, lest they affect themselves. We'll agree to Utatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura as Konoha's elders. Don't worry, the old man is still the elder of the root, after all, plus Kaharu and. Looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen's decisive look, Danzo almost knew what the other person was thinking. Danzo and Sarutobi Hiruzen can both guess. Humph. There is nothing to say about these two wastes. If this matter is known by Utatane Kaharu and Mitokado Homura. Are all such people, but when he thought of these two guys who were horrified, Danzo decisively didn't say anything. Chapter 169 Tsunade ran away. Advertise here. The next day, Qingshan Ryuyun was sitting leisurely in his yard. As Qingshan Ryuyun said, because there is too much information. I watched Tsunade one night, but I didn't come back at all. Uchiha Makoto, sitting on the other side, is like a perfect caring wife. With a gentle smile. Pour tea for Qingshan Ryuyun. The picture is very warm, but such an atmosphere did not last long. Was broken. Master Ryuyun. A panicked voice came from outside the door. I saw that Naruto, who used to be calm and intelligent in the past, is full of panic at this time. After waiting to see Qingshan Ryuyun, Naruto only felt a little relieved. As if seeing a savior. Ryuyun-sama, it's not good. Tsunade-sama has an accident. Go and see. If it weren't because of Tsunade, I won't come to Qingshan Ryuyun anymore. After all, Konoha can control Tsunade, only Qingshan Ryuyun. Master Tsunade, Makoto, who is adding tea to Qingshan Ryuyun, has some doubts. I don't understand what can happen to Senju Tsunade, who has become Hokage. When I saw Makoto, Naruto was puzzled. After all, I have never seen it. However, after seeing the Uchiha clan emblem on Makoto, after seeing how Qingshan Ryuyun and Makoto are getting along at this time, Naruto has been aware of it for a long time. There are also smart people in the Uchiha clan. Although it does not sound very good. But for smart people like Naruto, this is a very effective way. Naruto just glanced at it, then retracted his gaze. Smart people, knowing what to say and what not to say. Master Ryuyun, go and take a look. Naruto still hasn't forgotten the most important thing about coming here by yourself today. Isn't this coming? Not paying attention to Naruto's panic, Qingshan Ryuyun turned his head and gestured for the direction of the gate. Following Narakajiu, who turned her head. I also noticed Senju Tsunade, who came over angrily. I directly ignored Naruto and walked towards Qingshan Ryuyun. Ryuyun, help me. Tsunade's words are very simple, only a few words. But from this firm tone, many problems can already be explained. Naruto on the side wanted to persuade him, but he looked at Senju Tsunade and then at Qingshan Ryuyun. Still didn't say anything. These two people, Naruto said that he can't afford to offend one of them. What do you want me to do for you? Seeing Tsunade like this, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled. Speaking of it, this is the first time Qingshan Ryuyun heard that Tsunade asked himself to help. I have to say, the significance is extraordinary. Help the old lady to destroy the Sarutobi clan, this damn, Sarutobi Hiruzen. Wiping his fists tightly, the anger in my eyes seems to be substantive. Looking at the Naruto and Uchiha Makoto, they are a little afraid. However, Uchiha Makoto still has some doubts, why Tsunade has to deal with Sarutobi Hiruzen, isn't that the other party's teacher? But the smart Uchiha Makoto. He didn't say much at this time, just watched quietly. Good. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't say much, but simply nodded. A short word gave Tsunade great confidence. Call. With the support of Qingshan Ryuyun, Tsunade feels a lot more relieved. Seeing Tsunade feel relieved, as if he was still worried at the beginning that he would not make a move. Qingshan Ryuyun laughed. Relax. As long as you want to do, even if Konoha is destroyed, I will help you. After all, this is your own Tsunade. It's not that exaggerated. Tsunade couldn't help laughing. Such spoiled remarks make Tsunade very useful. Makoto looked at Tsunade a little enviously, although he was also with Qingshan Ryuyun. But in Qingshan Ryuyun's heart, Tsunade must be more important. Master Tsunade, Master Ryuyun. At this time, the most helpless is Naruto. As Konoha's military commander, Naruto is absolutely sane. Just make a bad decision. Originally Tsunade ran away, Narashika has been unable to imagine the result for a long time. Unexpectedly, this Qingshan Ryuyun not only did not stop, but would help. Yes, the result is unimaginable. No way. Naruto can only continue to say to Tsunade if she persuades her. Tsunade-sama, you are now Hokage. Many decisions are made for Konoha's future. Fart your grandpa. It seems that even if he becomes Hokage, Tsunade is as polite as ever when he speaks. With a big wave, Tsunade reprimanded unceremoniously. Didn't you also see those materials? Didn't you also know those things? My Senju clan can have today, all thanks to Sarutobi Hiruzen. You let me let Sarutobi Hiruzen. Naruto also read those materials. Naruto hesitated for a long time. The enmity of annihilation is not something that can be laughed off by just talking. But the sensible Naruto hopes that Konoha at this time will not have any more turmoil. Tsunade doesn't care about these anymore. Tsunade roared loudly. He, Sarutobi Hiruzen, destroyed my Senju clan to the point that only my old mother and Nuo Jiao Nawaki are left. Can't my old mother take revenge? In the past, Tsunade only thought that the demise of the Senju clan was an accident. The strong are constantly dying for performing tasks. Although a little strange, Tsunade didn't think too much. But now, after seeing those secret information, Tsunade understands everything. Those characters have always been arranged by the Hokage of Sarutobi Hiruzen. The reason is for the strong of the Senju clan to wither continuously. Until only Senju Tsunade and Senju Nawaki are left. If it wasn't for Ryuyun, which prevented Nawaki from becoming a ninja, would it mean that Nawaki would die too? Speaking of this, Tsunade is a little lucky. Qingshan Ryuyun used the reason that Nawaki had no ninja talent to prevent Nawaki from becoming a ninja. Tsunade is still angry. But think about it now, I'm so lucky. Chapter 170 Prepare to pit the Sarutobi clan. Advertise here. This. Naruto was dumb for a long time. After all, Naruto has seen the information. There is no doubt that if it were not because Senju Nawaki had not become an official ninja. Must be dying. In fact, in Naruto's heart, he already hates Sarutobi Hiruzen. In order to consolidate their power, the Senju clan who had created Konoha was directly destroyed. The most important thing is that the teacher of Sarutobi Hiruzen, but the former second Hokage, Senju Tobarama. Is this something that humans can do? No wonder Tsunade is so angry. This, Uchiha Makoto, who didn't dare to say anything after hearing these conversations. The eyes are a little unbelievable. Perhaps, no one would have thought that Sarutobi Hiruzen, who looks so kind during the period of being Hokage, actually did such a thing. Just like that, the old lady won't kill him. Tsunade roared angrily. It's really, I don't know it, I was shocked when I saw it. Sarutobi Hiruzen can turn the prosperous Senju family into what it is now, and Sarutobi Hiruzen is also a talent. Although Naruto is very helpless. But it can only be dissuaded. 977. Master Tsunade, now the third ninja war has just passed. We Konoha need peace very much now. No matter what, Sarutobi Hiruzen is once third Hokage. At least in the eyes of ordinary villagers, third Hokage is very qualified. If this is the case, if you start with Sarutobi Hiruzen, Konoha must be messed up. Could the old lady let him go? Has become Hokage, then Tsunade is more, of course, it must be considered for the whole Konoha. But if you let Tsunade forget about hatred and don't do anything to Sarutobi Hiruzen, that is also impossible. It is estimated that by that time, Tsunade didn't even want to do Hokage. Naruto clearly knew this, so he did not discourage Tsunade from forgetting hatred. Master Tsunade, please calm down and listen to my analysis, we can figure it out slowly. After Naruto's repeated persuasion, Tsunade gradually calmed down. Frowning awaiting Naruto's answer. Call. Seeing that Tsunade can calm down, Nara Shikaju feels a little relieved. I didn't dare to hesitate and said quickly. It will inevitably cause some turbulence to directly act on Sarutobi Hiruzen, but we can act on the Sarutobi family. What's the meaning? With such calculations, Tsunade is still a little worse after all. Apply what happened to the Senju clan to the Sarutobi clan. Speaking of this, Naruto's eyes flashed a cold and harsh color. No way, if you do nothing. Tsunade is really unable to calm down. What's more, now that Naruto has chosen to stand Senju Tsunade. When you do things, naturally you have to consider Tsunade. In other words, give the Sarutobi clan a threatening mission so that the Sarutobi clan will gradually die out. Tsunade already understands what Naruto means. In response, Naruto nodded affirmatively. Yes. The way is a good way, but after hearing this, Tsunade still frowned and asked. Then Sarutobi Hiruzen can't care. Just sit back and watch the demise of the Sarutobi clan. Tsunade didn't think that Sarutobi Hiruzen would be a fool. If it is someone else, it will be angry, but if it is Sarutobi Hiruzen, it will definitely endure it. Naruto answered very confidently. Through the secret information, Naruto has reacquainted Sarutobi Hiruzen. This former third Hokage. The city is extremely deep. For our own benefit, even if we abandon the Sarutobi clan. It is estimated that Sarutobi Hiruzen will not care about it BJAI. Furthermore, if Sarutobi Hiruzen is really angry, it's not very good. After all, there is Ryuyun-sama. Sarutobi Hiruzen does not take the initiative. They are really not right to shoot. But Sarutobi Hiruzen, once he takes the initiative, the situation is completely different. With Qingshan Ryuyun in, no matter what kind of back players Sarutobi Hiruzen hides, you don't need to care about it. Facing Naruto's gaze, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled carelessly. It doesn't matter at all. Good. With a final word, Tsunade nodded without hesitation. Call. Seeing that Tsunade is no longer yelling for Sarutobi Hiruzen, Naruto is finally relieved. Then the next thing, let me arrange it. Naruto knows that when calculating things like others, Tsunade is almost a bit meaningless. So take the initiative to take these troublesome times to yourself. Then trouble you, Luju. Tsunade also saw this and said gratefully. It's okay, share the worries for Master Hokage. Luju didn't care, just smiled. After bidding farewell to Qingshan Ryuyun, he turned and left. After all, it is still very troublesome to kill the Sarutobi family. There are many things to calculate at least. Unexpectedly, this Sarutobi Hiruzen is so scary. After Naruto left for a long time, Uchiha Makoto said with a sigh. If Tsunade hadn't become Hokage, let Sarutobi Hiruzen be in charge, then we Uchiha would have suffered too. Makoto is not stupid. But Qingshan Ryuyun smiled after seeing Makoto's relaxed face. How do you know? Sarutobi Hiruzen did not cheat you Uchiha. Tsunade suddenly reacted. Even Tsunade on the side looked at Qingshan Ryuyun with pride. If I don't catch you, I can be regarded as my Tsunade mentally retarded. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. Just like that, still want to call the other person a teacher. It's not just Makoto's doubts. Then their Uchiha clan, wouldn't it be worse? Who are you? Makoto is somewhat at ease. The Senju clan has become like this because of Sarutobi Hiruzen. It's not right. At least the Uchiha clan has survived. Looking at Uchiha Makoto in a daze. Humph. This old guy. Tsunade didn't think much. After hearing Makoto's words, he hammered down the table one after another. Chapter 171 Konoha Guard. Advertise here. When asked by Tsunade, Makoto was also stunned. A little flustered. Just now, I was thinking of other things. Makoto only reacted at this time, he had never seen Tsunade before. If Tsunade disagrees, so, even if I stay here, I guess it won't be very good. Makoto is very sensible and calls Tsunade his sister. Sister Tsunade, I'm Uchiha Makoto from the Uchiha clan. Oh, Tsunade first nodded clearly. After looking at Makoto for a while, he looked at Qingshan Ryuyun aside. Don't explain. Tsunade suddenly felt a little green. Regarding this, Qingshan Ryuyun didn't think there was anything to hide. After all, if Qingshan Ryuyun really wanted to buy Tsunade secretly, he would not bring Makoto to see Tsunade. Brought by the Uchiha clan, you should understand it. Tsunade is not stupid, said by Qingshan Ryuyun. Tsunade understood that it was estimated that the Uchiha clan sent Makoto over in order to maintain a better relationship with Qingshan Ryuyun. Thinking of this, Tsunade looked at Makoto's eyes and became more pitiful. The weak are like this. I can't even control my own destiny. I have suffered you. Hearing this, Makoto smiled softly. No, Makoto is very happy to have Ryuyun-sama together. Quote, closing parenthesis quote. Tsunade was speechless, and turned to Byakugan angrily. The pity in the eyes just disappeared in an instant. And, you still come over and grab a man with my old lady. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't care about anything, he smiled and said. Didn't you say that you can't hold it by yourself? Now that you have an extra helper, how great. Then I thank you. Tsunade flipped through Byakugan in angrily. I say so, but you brought someone here directly. Tsunade said that he really couldn't be happy at all. You're welcome. Qingshan Ryuyun smiled cheerfully. The Byakugan of Tsunade that I saw is about to go up to the sky. If Tsunade doesn't like me, Makoto can also. Not wanting Qingshan Ryuyun to be too embarrassed, Makoto still said in a low voice. But I haven't finished speaking yet. I was interrupted by Tsunade waved his hand. Okay, I didn't say I want to drive you away again. In this tone, people who don't know think I'm Tsunade, who is very careful. What's more, Qingshan Ryuyun is right. That is, Tsunade really can't hold it anymore. Ahem. You can live here at ease from now on. Thank you Tsunade sister. With Tsunade's consent, Makoto was delighted. It's all right. I'm too lazy to struggle with this problem, otherwise, Tsunade feels that he might be depressed to death. Waved his hand. Look at Qingshan Ryuyun again. You haven't said anything about the Uchiha clan yet. Yes. Makoto also reacted. After all, he is a member of the Uchiha clan. Makoto still cares about his family very much. Tsunade is also very curious. Although the Senju family and the Uchiha family have always been in a relationship of feud. But now, there are only two of the Senju clan left. Tsunade is still the current Hokage, saying it is a feud, but in fact it is almost the same. Could it be that the old man Sarutobi also targeted the Uchiha clan? How did you do it? Facing these two curious eyes, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled carelessly. I don't mind to confuse Tsunade and Makoto. Don't you find that the village is very unfriendly to the Uchiha clan, and the Uchiha clan is really as unbearable as they say? After being said that, both Tsunade and Makoto realized this. That is, the people in the village have a very unfriendly attitude towards the Uchiha clan. Ninja don't talk about it. As for civilians, nearly 90% of the civilians in Konoha village hate the Uchiha clan. This is a very abnormal thing. As a member of the Uchiha clan, Makoto understands his family. The ninjas of the Uchiha clan, although they are very arrogant. But I will never say anything arrogant and domineering. Seeking flowers 0. After all, these people can become ninjas. Even if you have a powerful weapon. No strength and arrogance. That is really mentally retarded. Even Tsunade shook his head when he heard such a question. No, the Uchiha clan ninjas I met, although there are some high-spirited ninjas, none of them are showy and domineering and like to bully. At this time, both Tsunade and Makoto realized something was wrong. But why is this? The reputation of the Uchiha clan is not so bad for no reason. Guardian. Qingshan Ryuyun smiled and gave 3 words. Guardian. Point 0. Konoha security team. Makoto and Tsunade wondered at the same time. The Konoha security team is similar to patrolling in Konoha to prevent disputes and accidents. This is the power that second Hokage gives to the Uchiha clan. The power of the Konoha security team is really not small. As long as there is suspicion, the Uchiha family members are qualified to arrest the people in the village. Moreover, the Uchiha clan has an independent garrison prison. Does the garrison have anything? Even in the face of death, you can fight to the death. This power, it sounds like nothing. This second Hokage hates the Uchiha clan so much, how could it give the Uchiha clan so much power? But the actual situation, it is estimated that only Qingshan Ryuyun knows. I will never compromise on the opinions of the Uchiha clan. Impossible. Uchiha clan, it is even more impossible to see what is wrong. The explanation given. 8. Thank you for reading this story at mtlarchive.com. Your support enables us to keep the site running. It is to avoid any complaints from the Uchiha clan and to appease the Uchiha clan. But what is the actual situation? It is used to detain those who are arrested. The power of the garrison is given to the Uchiha clan by second Hokage. Second Hokage Senju Tobirama, as an extremely proud person. Don't say, even Tsunade, the granddaughter, didn't see anything. Chapter 172 Sarutobi Hiruzen for Konoha. Advertise here. Although it is still a bit unclear. But Tsunade and Makoto did not refute anything. After all, what Qingshan Ryuyun said is all facts. Why does the existence of the security team make the reputation of the Uchiha clan so bad? Looking at Tsunade's curious look, Qingshan Ryuyun turned Byakugan, raised his hand and knocked on Tsunade's forehead. From now on, you will be Hokage. You have to learn more about this kind of calculations. Have to say, compared to the old fox like Sarutobi Hiruzen, Tsunade is really innocent like a child. Quote. After snorting a few times in dissatisfaction, Tsunade did not argue with Qingshan Ryuyun. There is nothing to hide. Qingshan Ryuyun said calmly. The work of the 980 garrison is to manage the safety of the village. If this is the case, there will definitely be conflicts with the villagers in the village. In addition, although the Uchiha clan can't say how bad it is indeed arrogant. With that said, Qingshan Ryuyun also took a look at Makoto. After all, this is all true. Even Makoto from the Uchiha clan. There is no way to refute this paragraph. Then nodded. It is true that the mentality of the people will be a little arrogant. When facing ninjas, it is okay, but when facing ordinary villagers. With such arrogance, they will never compromise with the villagers. It's not that people from the Uchiha clan look down on ordinary villagers. It's just the inner arrogance that prevents them from bowing to the villagers. For example, the security team of the Uchiha clan, when dealing with troubled villagers. The attitude is very firm. No matter what the villagers begged or what, making trouble is making trouble. The Uchiha clan never cares about anything, it will only take away those who make trouble. It doesn't matter if it is a simple one or two, but the Uchiha clan has been a garrison for decades. Those villagers who were arrested, they also have family and friends. In this way, 1 past 10, 10 past 100, do you think, how could the villagers like the Uchiha clan? After Qingshan Ryuyun's voice fell, Tsunade and Makoto were a bit dumb for a while. The second grandfather calculated so well. Tsunade said in a daze. In Tsunade's cognition, his second grandfather Senju Tobirama. Although most of the time, it is cold with this face. But it's great for myself. I didn't expect that my second grandfather would be so good at calculating people. Seeing such a stunned Tsunade, Qingshan Ryuyun smiled. Second Hokage Senju Tobirama is indeed a man who hates evil. I can't hold any sand in my eyes. But what this second Hokage thinks is just to pit the Uchiha clan, but Sarutobi Hiruzen wants to destroy the Uchiha clan directly. Although second Hokage has thought about pitting the Uchiha clan. But I never thought of destroying the Uchiha clan directly. Why? Because second Hokage is confident. Confidence as long as you are still alive, with your own strength, the Uchiha clan is absolutely impossible to set off any storms. This is the self-confidence that belongs to the strong. Pity. At this point, Sarutobi Hiruzen is gone. In general, Sarutobi Hiruzen is too weak. Close to your face and say that you are the strongest Hokage in history. In fact, it is the most garbage. Said to be Dr. Ninjutsu, Almighty Ninja. But in fact, except for a 5 escape Dalien bullet which is a bit attractive, the other ninjutsu are very general. No features at all, mediocre to death. Sarutobi Hiruzen wants to destroy the Uchiha clan. This time, it was Makoto's turn to be astonished. Tsunade didn't feel anything. After all, the Senju clan, have been scammed like this by Sarutobi Hiruzen. It seems that the Uchiha clan is pitted again, it seems that it is also a matter of course. I glanced at the somewhat unbelievable Makoto. Qingshan Ryuyun said with interest. Don't you feel that the Uchiha clan's ethos is only getting worse after Sarutobi Hiruzen took over? This, although it is hard to believe, what Qingshan Ryuyun said is the truth. This Sarutobi Hiruzen, do things even better. Don't look in the wood leaves. Danzo's gloomy look is like a villain. But in fact, the biggest villain is Sarutobi Hiruzen. Compared with Sarutobi Hiruzen, Danzo is much kinder. It's just that Sarutobi Hiruzen knows how to pretend. Kindly Hokage's personality is deeply ingrained in the hearts of the villagers, and this cannot be changed. Maybe, even if Tsunade is 4th Hokage, spread all these things that Sarutobi Hiruzen has done to Konoha. Maybe few people will believe it. Instead, I will question it. Boom. After being silent for a while, an angry Tsunade hit the table with a fist. What the hell is this old guy going to do to ruin Konoha? First it was the Senju clan, and now it is the Uchiha clan. In the same year, he co-founded the two major blood family of Konoha. It's all like this now. What Sarutobi Hiruzen wants to do, it is estimated that only he himself knows. You know, it's not the most ridiculous. Qingshan Ryuyun suddenly said in a disdainful tone. The most ridiculous thing is that Sarutobi Hiruzen did such a thing under the name, for Konoha. Speaking for Konoha, but nothing was done for Konoha. Damn old thing. Hearing what Ryuyun now 0.8 Sean said, Tsunade became even more angry. If it is for Konoha's current peace, Tsunade can't wait to run directly to the clan of the Sarutobi clan, let Sarutobi Hiruzen see his strange power punch. At this time, after talking about a short period of masking, Makoto also recovered, raised his head and looked in the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun. Can I tell these things back to the people? No matter what, Uchiha Makoto is a member of the Uchiha clan. I want to help my family, this kind of mood is not worthy of surprise. Qingshan Ryuyun will naturally not dissuade. On the contrary, Qingshan Ryuyun couldn't help but smile for Makoto's general tone. Go. Chapter 173 for the Senju family. Advertise here. What a nice person. Looking at the back of Makoto leaving, Tsunade first sighed and said. He turned his head, a pair of nice eyes, fixedly looking at Qingshan Ryuyun. Yes, you also think Makoto is very good. As if not finding the abnormality in Tsunade's words, Qingshan Ryuyun followed and laughed. Ha ha. In response, Tsunade just smirked twice. Do you think I am talking about this problem? When Makoto was there just now, Tsunade was hard to say. But it's different now. It seems that Tsunade still has some opinions about the appearance of Makoto. Well, what do you mean? Send Makoto back to the Uchiha clan. Looking at Tsunade with interest. Sometimes, Qingshan Ryuyun still respects Tsunade's opinions. Forget it. Tsunade can see it. Just now Makoto looked at Qingshan Ryuyun's eyes, it was obviously inseparable. I felt helpless, but after a sigh, Tsunade still did not choose to do so. However, if there is such a thing in the future, you must not hide it from me, okay? I didn't hide from you when I was 19. Shrugged. From the very beginning, Qingshan Ryuyun did not choose to hide anything from Qingshan Ryuyun. It's just that after saying this sentence, Qingshan Ryuyun seemed to realize something. I looked at Tsunade in surprise. Next time. In other words, what else? I have to say, if this is the case, Qingshan Ryuyun's eyes will light up slightly. Humph. Seeing Qingshan Ryuyun's little joy, Tsunade didn't say anything. He just snorted, and then left. After all, after becoming Hokage, Tsunade still has a lot of things to be busy. Makoto told his grandfather all the analysis about Qingshan Ryuyun. That night, Makoto came back. Sister Tsunade. Seeing Tsunade cooking, Makoto was a little surprised. Without thinking too much, I quickly walked over. Let me come. Although the talent is good, he became Jonin at a young age. But Makoto's mind has never been how powerful a ninja is. On the contrary, Makoto prefers a peaceful life. So for household chores like cooking, Makoto is basically omnipotent. No, I'm fine. Seeing Makoto walking by, Tsunade waved his hands again and again. You just came today, let me cook for you. But, glancing at Qingshan Ryuyun in the living room, Makoto's eyes hesitated. It seems to be very scared. What's wrong? Feeling that his cooking skills seem to be underestimated, Tsunade raised his brows and looked at Makoto. You have no confidence in my cooking. No, it's not. Makoto shook his head quickly. Even if it is true in my heart, but on the surface, it is not easy to nod. Just say. After looking at the direction of Qingshan Ryuyun for a while, Makoto hesitated for a moment, then said. Before Ryuyun-kun said, Tsunade's sister, your cooking skills seem to be very. After that, Makoto didn't say anything. But looking at the indescribable look, how could Tsunade not understand the meaning of this? Isn't that just another matter? My old lady's cooking skills are terrible. Tsunade is dissatisfied. Throwing the tableware, I came directly to the living room to look for Qingshan Ryuyun. What do you mean? Do I have poor cooking skills? Are you good at cooking? Don't you have any points in your heart? Qingshan Ryuyun turned Byakugan irritably, and said. You. Okay. Tsunade is even more annoyed. Turning his head, he looked at Senju Naoki who was sitting in the living room with his eyes watching the play. Naoki, how about my cooking skills? Originally today, Naoki was here to have a meal. I thought I could watch a good show. But I didn't expect that this scene would actually affect me. Especially seeing my old sister, her eyes are getting more and more dangerous. The psychological shadow of being hit by Tsunade since childhood is about to come out. Naoki nodded with a strong sense of survival. Of course it's okay, old sister, your cooking skills are absolutely unique. Qingshan Ryuyun didn't say anything. Just looking at Naoki who opened his eyes and said nonsense, his eyes were indescribable. Yes, not bad. Tsunade smiled satisfied. Seeing his father calm down his anger, Naoki secretly felt relieved. However, Tsunade's next sentence made it difficult for Naoki to calm down. Since you admire my cooking so much, you can eat all of my cooking later. What? No, I already agree with you. Why are you poisoning me? That's right, in Naoki's opinion, isn't Tsunade's behavior just to poison himself? Absolutely not. I have finished eating, then what do you and brother-in-law have to eat? Shaking his head decisively. But Tsunade obviously had already thought about answering the 980 case, so in the face of Naoki. Tsunade said naturally, I have Makoto made. It makes sense, but how come Naoki gets more and more weird? I looked at my old sister, and then at Qingshan Ryuyun, who was indescribable on the side. How could Naoki not know that he was pitted again? Sister, I am your younger brother, how can you bully me? Excuse me, when the old lady and Qingshan Ryuyun are officially together, the old lady will have the surname Qingshan. If you can say this, it means that in Tsunade's heart. Already identified Qingshan Ryuyun. This. Well, Naoki only understood at this moment. And it's the end. I am the outsider. So, brother. Tsunade slapped Naoki on the shoulder earnestly and said. From now on, it is up to you to bear the glory of the Senju clan. Be sure to spread the branches and leaves first the Senju clan. Tsunade is no longer right about Naoki's future, what hope is there? But Naoki's children can. Sister, why are you talking about this at this time? Hearing this, Naoki felt a little embarrassed. Chapter 174 Shameful. Advertise here. After all, Senju Naoki does not even have a girlfriend until now. Speaking of such things, somewhat embarrassed. But compared to Naoki, Tsunade doesn't care at all. What's so embarrassing about this? Look at your brother-in-law. Besides me, there is a Makoto, you have to find more. Makoto is preparing dinner. After hearing this, he couldn't help but smile gently, without saying anything. It's okay not to say Tsunade. As soon as I said it, Naoki's eyes became more and more resentful. If I had the abilities of my brother-in-law, would I still be a teacher in a ninja school? What's worse, if I have to compare with my brother-in-law? Naoki just wanted to say that even in the entire ninja world, there are not many people. Is it comparable to my brother-in-law, right? So, you have to find a girlfriend at ease before talking. Tsunade doesn't expect how much Naoki can find, as long as he can find a girlfriend. It is enough to continue the blood of the Senju clan. I see. When it comes to the future of the Senju family, Naoki still won't be perfunctory. Looking at his brother, Tsunade sighed a little. My Senju clan, only you are left. Sister, Sarutobi's hatred of the old thief, we must not play. In this case, let Naoki rub his fist fiercely. Obviously, Naoki has also learned from Qingshan Ryuyun about the real reason for the demise of the Senju family. Had it not been blocked by Tsunade, maybe Naoki has already run into the clan of the Sarutobi clan at this moment. Okay, just leave it alone. Looking at Naoki's angry look, Tsunade waved his hand angrily. Just like Naoki's strength. It's also a food delivery after the past. Why not stay at home honestly? Sister, don't underestimate my strength. I feel that my strength has been underestimated. Naoki expressed dissatisfaction. But unfortunately, Naoki's dissatisfaction is not necessary for Tsunade at all. Yes, you are great, right? Naoki didn't speak, but looked at her old sister with aggrieved eyes. Can this attitude be more perfunctory? At this time, Makoto, who had already prepared dinner, also walked out. Get ready to eat. Wow, Sister Makoto, your cooking skills are so good. Looking at these exquisite dishes, Naoki couldn't help but sigh. After all, Makoto is from Qingshan Ryuyun, Naoki still sensibly called Makoto sister. Let's eat. Makoto smiled gently. For those who cook, the praise of the diners is the biggest encouragement. It's really good. Even Tsunade, seeing this kind of cuisine, couldn't help but nodded. Almost my average skill. Faced with such shameless words, Naoki did not hesitate to start tearing down. Sister, can we not deceive ourselves and others? This is only half of the skill, you are afraid that it is not going to blow to the sky. As soon as Naoki's words fell, Tsunade stared at him decisively. You're so cute these days. Naoki. With a smile, Tsunade looked at Naoki. Naoki, who reacted, clearly realized that he seemed to have provoked something terrible. Feel sorry. Decisively acknowledged, after speaking, immediately bowed his head and started to eat in silence. Looking at the number, it is obvious that he has confessed to the public many times. Humph. After humming twice, Tsunade looked a little proud. Makoto couldn't help but smiled, but unexpectedly, Naoki and Tsunade, the siblings, turned out to be so interesting. Ha 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 ha. Qingshan Ryuyun couldn't help but smile after seeing this. I picked up the hip flask I prepared at home and drank directly. Compared with the cheerful atmosphere of Qingshan Ryuyun, other places, it's completely different. Because Sarutobi Hiruzen is no longer Konoha's Hokage, the arrogance of the Sarutobi family has been reduced a lot. Those who originally offended the Sarutobi clan. Although I want to protect it back. But after all, Sarutobi Hiruzen just abdicated, but the person is still alive. A lean camel is bigger than a horse. At this time, the Sarutobi clan, still not many people dare to provoke. But the Uchiha clan is completely different. Uchiha Fugaku, who had already succeeded the patriarch, although a little sad, his favorite Makoto has now become Qingshan Ryuyun. But for a better future for the Uchiha clan. Fugaku still didn't say anything. However, the news that Uchiha Makoto brought back today made Fugaku's head seem to blow up. That night, in the residence of the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, Uchiha Fugaku is the patriarch. And Fugaku's father, who was the last patriarch. Makoto's grandfather, the Uchiha clan fights. The new generation of genius ninja Uchiha Shisui. There are also a few high-ranking people from the Uchiha clan, all gathered here. With these eyes, they all looked in the direction of Grandpa Makoto. Point 1. Are you sure that the news that Makoto brought back is true? The power of the garrison is actually a big pit left by second Hokage to the Uchiha clan. And third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, unexpectedly prepared, the promised money, to destroy the Uchiha clan. Sounds ridiculous. But no again. The reason why the Senju family is now only left with the siblings of Senju Nawaki and Senju Tsunade. The real reason is because of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Sarutobi Hiruzen not only deprived the Senju family, but also took first Hokage's granddaughter, Senju Tsunade, as an apprentice. This act, even these scheming people are utterly unbelievable and faint. He is even older than the old fox. I heard that these analyses were all made by Lord Ryuyun. Do you think that with the strength of Lord Ryuyun, do you need to deceive us? Makoto's father, the elder of the Uchiha clan, said in a low voice. I have to say, those things that Makoto came back to talk about today. Even the great elder felt very shocking after hearing it. Chapter 175 Mangekyo of Shisui. Advertise here. Really? The elder's rhetorical question caused everyone present to nod their heads. With the strength of Ryuyun-sama, if you just want to seize the power of the Uchiha clan's security team, you don't need to say this at all. A simple order, we Uchiha clan dare not say anything. The people of the Uchiha clan are proud. But not a fool. The situation of Qingshan Ryuyun in the Third Ninja World War is still vividly remembered. This is a person who can really fight against the existence of the entire ninja village with one person's power. Such a task, in a simple sentence. You can let the Uchiha clan hand over the power of the garrison. And the Uchiha clan still dare not say anything. There is no possibility of calculating the Uchiha clan. But because of this, the faces of all the people present were much calmer. As the head of the patriarch, Uchiha Fugaku, I am a little lucky. Fortunately, Sarutobi Hiruzen has stepped down, otherwise my Uchiha clan will be the next Senju clan. If that time comes, Uchiha Fugaku feels, even if I am dead, I have no face to meet the ancestors of the Uchiha clan. But for this soberness, Fugaku's old 980 father, the former patriarch of the Uchiha clan, said blankly. Although the clan has not yet been exterminated, the situation of the Uchiha clan now is so much better. Originally, everyone present wanted to change the impression of the Uchiha clan in the hearts of the villagers. But there has been no effect. Now they finally know. Where is the source of this problem? It turned out to be because of the existence of the garrison. Let's talk about it, how to solve this problem. Although Fugaku's father has abdicated as the patriarch. But in the hearts of everyone, it is still very majestic. And Fugaku didn't know that because of these things, he was angry with his father for snatching his right to speak. The first speaker was Uchiha Fugaku as the current patriarch. Since the source is the garrison, it is time for us Uchiha to hand over the power of the garrison. Quote comma comma closing parenthesis. When these words came out, everyone present was a little surprised. Surprised by Uchiha Fugaku's decisiveness. Although this method can solve the current situation of the Uchiha BJAI family. But you know, the only power of the Uchiha clan in Konoha is the strength of the security team. If the power of the security team is handed over, then the Uchiha clan will really have nothing left. Even Fugaku's father. They all look surprised, not looking at Fugaku. I support the patriarch's decision. At this time, the only person who can say this kind of thing in a firm tone is the new generation of strong, Uchiha Shisui. Good. With Shisui's approval, Fugaku nodded with satisfaction. Sure enough, he is a genius in his fancy. Shisui, do you know what you are talking about? The other people on the side couldn't help being scolded around. In the face of Uchiha Fugaku, the other party is the patriarch, they can't say anything. But Uchiha Shisui is different. To put it nicely, it is a genius of the new generation, but again, this also shows that Shisui is too young. Most people don't take Shisui's proposal as an opinion. Of course I know. Uchiha Shisui nodded affirmatively. Then, do you know that once the strength of the garrison is gone, those who hate us Uchiha clan, it is very likely that they will act on us. This problem is what they said to be worried. Similar to the Sarutobi family. The ninja of the Uchiha clan, with a proud heart. Inadvertently, I have provoked many people. The Sarutobi family has Sarutobi Hiruzen, the former third Hokage. But their Uchiha clan does not have such a strong person. The strength of the garrison is the guarantee of their Uchiha clan. Lost the power of the garrison, the Uchiha clan, as if they had lost their umbrella. Is likely to be targeted. This is the reason why these people hesitate to give up the power of the garrison. These people are not afraid of targeting. But those ninjas of the younger generation are completely different. Shisui, can you afford this responsibility? The heavy remarks did not hit Uchiha Shisui's confidence. On the contrary, Uchiha Shisui appeared more confident. Because Shisui knew that these seniors were worried about the future of the Uchiha clan. Not because of greed for the power of the security team. It is precisely because of this that Shisui is more confident. I can afford it. Do you know what you are talking about? Even Fugaku, placed in such a Shisui, frowned slightly. Is this too young and vigorous? Fugaku knows that Shisui is a genius, but geniuses take time to grow. Only, what happened at the next moment stunned everyone present. Because, this is, Mangekyo. Looking at the three-gold jade in Shisui's eyes, it spins quickly, and then connects to each other. Formed a new Sharingan. Everyone present, including Uchiha Fugaku, was stunned. Mangekyo. This is Mangekyo. It can't be wrong, this is Mangekyo Sharingan like Uchiha Madara back then. Our Uchiha clan has Mangekyo. Surprise. This is called a surprise. No one would have thought that Uchiha Shisui actually awakened Mangekyo Sharingan. Shisui. You. Fugaku looked at these Mangekyo, and looked at Uchiha Shisui in a daze. Sorry, the patriarch, when I first awakened these eyes, I was also very confused and never said it. Ha 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 ha, Uchiha Fugaku doesn't care. With a big wave, he said directly. What's to apologize for? Shisui, you are the genius of our Uchiha clan. Ha ha ha. Following Fugaku's laughter, everyone present laughed. A few even cried. Cry with joy. The power of Mangekyo, the Uchiha clan, for many years, they have not reproduced the power of Mangekyo. Unexpectedly, these eyes actually reproduce Uchiha. And still at this time,